Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7.
All right, let's see, mic check. Good morning, happy Friday. It is about an hour before the US Open, and we're gonna get through a full auto Friday. Let's get to the main set of charts here, and I'm going to walk through the top left. So a little bit different on a Friday. So we book in the weeks with the beginning of the week, Mentorship Monday. We'll talk about some of the stuff for the new folks, and then on Fridays, we like to come in here and talk about, I don't know if I'd say the more complex things. I don't think it's super complex, but full auto is, it's kind of the next step up beyond pulling the trigger yourself, pressing the buttons. As we refer to it as discretionary trading, I like to refer to it as cyborg trading, the best mix of human plus machine. I'll be down here on Friday, and we'll be trading the NASDAQ directly in my cyborg style, where I'll be pressing the buttons. However, up top here, we've got a section that we're going to walk through and talk through here on a Friday, and you'll see me set these up sometimes on other days of the week. However, on Friday, I like to take a particular set of time to walk you guys through me setting these up, and any questions around settings or understanding optimization processes and things like that, we'll talk about those today. So bring your questions here today, or pop them down in the comments if you're watching this here over the weekend or maybe later on. So I've got this section divided up here on I've got a 4K monitor here that I am live streaming to you guys for you to kind of see how I operate on the charts using AlgoBox. And there are kind of two facets to what we do. We have the cyborg trading, where I'm pressing the buttons, and we have additional buttons there for you. We've got the half and double I use quite a lot, add, stop, bracket, etc. Those come pre-installed with the system as well. And then of course we have other sets of buttons here. This is the gold version of the AlgoBox Enigma bot panel, and what I'm about to show you up top here is the platinum version. And if you are getting in on this summer sale, there are a couple of days left here on that. We'll talk about that here in just a moment, but up top you'll see that countdown timer there on our website at algoboxpro.com. If you are in there we are at the end of the end of summer here, so the platinum in this next release will not be included for gold members at the end of their lease to own. If you have any questions about that, of course you can reach out to us and request a phone call there on our website if you'd like to get someone to answer questions around that. Up top left, on this top left square, kind of off screen while I am trading, I'll zoom in here this morning on the bottom left. This is going to be our primary area where you'll see me executing trades here. I'll be pressing the buttons over here on the right, or engaging the full auto bot here in the first few minutes of the US session here. But up top, I'm going to be setting up those 6 charts up top, which is going to be across the NASDAQ, ES, RTY, Dow, crude oil, and gold. We call it the Nerd Plus 2. NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and Dow. That's the Nerd. And 2, crude oil and gold. And I'm going to set up full auto up there. But I do want to mention, let's see, the summer sale ends 1 day, 15 hours left. And Don't forget, Apex is still doing their 90% off if you use the code AlgoBox. That helps out our tech support team, and we'll get it so that if enough people are using our code, then we'll be able to get some giveaways here on our live streams as well. Although the live streams are kind of coming to a close, we won't be live streaming here on YouTube. So if you're watching this and this is the last video you see, it's because we're doing live streams inside of our new member portal that's coming, and that's very exciting. You have not seen us kind of showcase some of that. It is almost ready to go, but the member portal area, if you're going to be logging in, we'll have the live stream announcements in there, and those will be live streamed right from our website. You'll be inside there, click on join live stream there for premium members. And then out here on YouTube though, I will be doing live stream reviews. We do hope that if you are part of our crew and you need some help, I always recommend record your session. Just turn on OBS. OBS is free. Set up one scene so that it records your monitor and you're done. Now, I also recommend turning on the buffer replay feature, or the buffer record feature, and set that to either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That will save little clips of 2 minutes and 5 minutes at a time. So after you take a trade, you can click the button and just say save that. But the way that that works is OBS is continuously recording there for you, and then you will save little snippets of the most recent 5 minutes or 2 minutes there, and that's a really handy way for you to go back and review your own trades, or if you need assistance from myself like we're going to do here today. The special day here, we are going to be doing an open mic at the end of the session here around 10:20-ish, 10:20 to 10:30 a.m. after the first 1 hour of the market session when we're done trading for the morning. I invited a special guest on with us this morning. We had a chat yesterday in the Discord channel chat, and for lack of better terms, maybe a struggling trader, and we're going to see if we can find some things that we can improve on and make sure. Sometimes you just need to get back to some of the basics, and that often is what ends up happening. We do take calls. We do have one-on-ones. If you have lifetime membership with us, you can get one-on-one calls with me, and I have been doing this for the last 10 years, since 2016. We're in 2026 now, and I've just got a lot of experience working with traders. I know where they struggle, or if I don't know where they're currently struggling, I have likely had someone that we've worked with in the past where I've got some simple things that can get you past hurdles. So just tune in here at the end of the day. I think you're going to like that conversation. It's not scripted or planned. However, you guys are going to kind of see, I'm just going to kind of open up the gate like I usually do on one-on-one calls, and you'll kind of see what that's like internally, and see if we can help a trader get to their first payout, because that's what they had said. Is like, I'm struggling to get to my first payout. And if that sounds like you, I think you might want to hang out here till the end, and we'll talk it through as well. Okay, up here at the top left, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and enable some things here. Let's hit control. I think this will help us to zoom in up here. There we go. All right, we'll start up here at the top left, and I'm going to arm long, arm short, telling this area to go both directions. We're going to turn on full auto, and now I have the option to either turn on Enigma or Super AOs for my entry. I'm going to be using Enigmas here this morning. Enigma on. I'm going to do that on all of these charts. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Over here to RTY, arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on the Dow. Let's move over here to the right, and I've got two more here. We've got crude oil and gold as well. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. There we go. Now I also have our, let's zoom in a little bit farther here, on the AlgoBox Trade Command Center Prop Firm Smart Risk Console. It's a mouthful because it just needs to tell you what it does. I like to just be specific in what we're doing. I'm a nerd like that. And here I want it to come in and hit my take profit, and I want it to lock it in. So what this is going to do is, while this is running across 6 instruments, I've got a target of approximately $1,000. I want to, oops, can I escape out of my zoom in here? Let's see if it's gonna go for, there we go. I want it to lock in profits at $1,000. I've got mine set to 1150. That will take into account commissions and slippage. But imagine a scenario where all 6 of these could be in a trade. Each one could have its own trade on at any given moment, up to 6 trades being open at the same time. Well, if it hits $1,000 and I go over there and I need to click on each one and close out each trade, that's a little bit tricky, right? So what we want it to do is all 6 of those, we just hit basically the flatten all across all. And when that happens, we oftentimes get some slippage on the exit, and we also have to take into account commissions. So about $150 extra before it triggers, so that I can't guarantee, but I try to kind of guarantee myself that I will get locked in approximately $1,000 from my employees. Now, what are my employees? I kind of think of the bots as my employees. They're good. They do what they're supposed to be doing. However, if you're a business, you're gonna put some employees in front of the cash register. I'm not gonna just leave them unattended. I want to be making sure that I'm right there with them and making sure that everything is running appropriately. And again, not just handing over the open cash register to your employees, even if they are trusted employees. It's probably not a wise idea to leave the temptation, etc. So let's talk about my strategy for executing here this morning. We still have about, it's 8:49, so we've got 40 minutes till the US Open. We need to go through a checklist here this morning that I like to go through each session. So zooming down here, I'm going to go all the way in, except let's look over here on the far left. See my hand in the bottom left hand corner of your screen here. This is my desk right here to the left, and I've got some coins set up here on a piece of paper. Oh, this one's a little fancier than just a piece of paper here. This is the print version that one of our members who runs a print shop has these available if you guys would like to order one of those. Speaking of, our new merch shop is also being worked on. So along with the new member portal, the merch shop is there. So if you want to get an AlgoBox coffee mug, an AlgoBox phone charger, AlgoBox mouse pad, any of our memorabilia, if you want to get, I kind of like especially for winter time, that's coming up here in just a couple of months here for the holiday seasons. It's always fun to have an AlgoBox beanie cap there, keep your head warm while you are trading. So if you want to grab some of those, the merch shop is on its way. Speaking of coffee, makes me just had to grab a sip. You know, there's that mental thing. Somebody said coffee, now I need a sip. It's just a thing, you know. Let's get to some of the other stuff here this morning. How about the checklist? Let's zoom in here. If you go into our Discord, type the word !checklist. You can print out this checklist as well. Or if you are inside of our documentation on docs.algoboxpro.com, you can get to those. Also, something to bookmark here this morning if you haven't already. We have our own custom AlgoBox GPT that will explain concepts. Of course, there are a few suggestions here, but you can ask it anything about our system and it will give you the typical ask AI a question. It can make outlines, it can do a lot of research there for you, but we have a custom trained GPT. I'm going to send the link to you guys here in the public chat here on our YouTube, but bookmark that site so that you can get to that quickly. I think that would be super helpful to you. And let's pull up another link here to our documentation section. And documentation is kind of boring to go through, right? Let's just all be honest. Nobody likes to really have to go through all the documentation. If I'm starting to scroll here, you know, it can be a little overwhelming being like, I got to learn all of this to learn all this. Well, here's the thing. We have a lot going on inside of our code. This has been a build out for the last 10 years public and years before that, but publicly available, 10 years since 2016. And we've gone through quite a lot of revisions and additions to our tool set. Everything here was about building a box of tools that you need, everything you need with nothing that you don't. Over here, the way that it's divided up here, we start with the fundamentals, and then we take the fundamentals, put them together into strategies here, and then big time frame, putting it all together in essential tips and techniques before you start going live. Now, You're like, well, I don't want to go through all of that. Well, you're in luck. We have condensed this into 8 videos where I walk you through. We did this in a live stream format there during a live boot camp, and those are available on our website under the training materials section. Now, right now it's free. So if you're watching this right now on Friday, you got a couple more days. When we finish out the member portal, those will go behind the member portal and it will be a paid service. So go get it while you can for free on me. At our website, algoboxpro.com, click at the top under training, and you can go directly to those links. But those links will be disabled later on, and they'll be in the client portal area only. So just take advantage of that right now. But if you're watching this later and it's not there, you can reach out to us inside of our Discord, which is still free as well. So click the link below, head into our Discord, have chats with our members there. But let's go through how you would learn our whole system. We do have it broken up into sets of 40. Up to you how fast you go at this, but at a kind of a normal personal snail's pace, I think that you could complete the entire training program in 40 days or less for learning everything. I think you can really get a full grasp on everything hanging out here for just a little bit more than a month or so. Then in the 2 sets of 40, I think that this is kind of the quality section and this is the quantity section. And somebody actually just asked this question there this morning. They asked, hey, in that middle 40 days, when you say take a swing at everything in your middle 40 days, do you mean unfiltered? I do. During this section, once you have learned those strategies in the documentation section, then I think it's advantageous to now take a lot of reps. Just get a lot of reps. This is like a baseball player. Now, when you're up to the bat, you're going to be filtering what that pitch is coming at you, right? The pitcher is not trying to throw it down the pipe to you and, you know, toss it straight down the middle, right? However, in the batting cages, you're going to go into the curveball cage and you're going to see 1,000 curveballs. So you'll see the rotation of the threads on the ball. You'll see the trajectory and you'll hit it and you'll hit it and you'll hit it and you'll hit it. You just keep swinging at every single one, all of them. Right? But then in the real game, when that curveball comes at you, you don't know, is this going to be a straight ball, a knuckleball, a fastball, inside, outside, right down the middle, at your feet, at your head, right? You need to have seen so many of them that you can react. So my idea here is in the middle 40 days, yes, I want you to swing at everything. All the bad ones, all the good ones, get a ton of practice there so that it becomes natural to you. You get that muscle memory and it's locked in because you've taken a lot of swings, so that when you come into the final 40 days, this is the quality time. Now I want to filter. This is the Q in the Q. This one, quantity. This one, quality. I want you to take those quality trades here where now you will filter. What are our filters? I'm going to walk through that here this morning right now as we go through our checklist. Okay, but that's the way that that's laid out. And of course, you don't have to take 120 days. You can do it as fast or as slow. Everybody's different, but I just want to give people a natural resting pace on, well, how would this normally go? If you're going to go through the 8-day boot camp, the information is there. If you want to fast track that, the 8-day boot camp is there for you. If you have been around the markets a long time, it's not going to take you 40 or 120 days. If you've been around trading these markets for years and you come in and now you have a new system and you just want to learn what's in it, 8-day boot camp is for you. 8 videos, that's it. But I still think you should get started here in the boot camp. Watch those first 8, and then there are deep dive videos. There's 111 in the premium member section for premium members only, where you can go deep dive on any one of those topics that we covered in that boot camp. The last thing after you're done with the boot camp, I do think that you want to go all the way to the bottom down here and take a test or quiz down here in the AlgoBox Academy. So if you hop into the AlgoBox Academy, this is going to ask you some questions. They're not trick questions. They're designed to, I mean, hopefully if something does stump you, you'll go back and go find the answer to those questions. Sometimes even if you get something wrong, it's about, you might get it wrong the first time, but you're not going to get it wrong the second time. Okay. So go through those. Again, a lot of them are visuals. We're wanting to make sure that you know what each of these setups are. You need to be able to identify what they are and how to play them. And this is a good way to know if you've forgotten something, like, what is this? This might be a little trickier. What's going on here, right? Hopefully you said this is SMLK timings, small, medium, large, king size, so that you know when a play lands right here in this zone where it's kind of colored. You'll see these on my charts, that when that crosses over and I get that location right there, that is small, that is large and king timing, where if I get a play in this timing zone, this is going to be a bigger play. You might want to call it an ideal play. A bigger opportunity is going to land oftentimes in the large king timing that our system's automatically drawing there for you as markets progress. Let's get through our checklist here. So up at the top left, obviously data feed connections, probably already connected up here this morning. So I kind of do that before we even get on a live stream. One thing I want to check here is make sure that my real-time protection is turned off from antivirus stuff. Make sure that is turned off. This often turns itself back on after Windows updates or after a reboot. So make sure you turn that off. It's basically back on all the time on your computer. Windows likes to overprotect sometimes. Let's go to day of the week. We're on Friday, so we're early in, early out on a Friday. Time of day, we're still 30 minutes from the US Open now. We're about to get the 9 a.m. here in 1 minute. It is 8:59. Let me jump ahead of the list and let's turn Financial Juice audio on. I'm going to press refresh here. And let's launch the audio news. The news list here, we have 10 a.m. University of Michigan Sentiment Prelims, Red Star News there at 10 a.m. That's pretty typical on almost all weekdays. We're going to have a 10 a.m. news event scheduled. If not, Trump likes to come on the microphone around that time as well. So you're going to have some kind of jolt there around 10 a.m.
It was unchanged.
And right here at 9 a.m., here we go. Here's some news coming out here probably in about 20 seconds. There's no scheduled event there, but oftentimes right there at 9 a.m., 30 minutes before the U.S. Open, you'll start to see some activity. We are currently at high of day. That green dash line there is current high of day. The dash line down here below, that is the open. So not a lot of range there from high of day to the open from last night. So not a lot of overnight movement, but hopefully we'll get some here this morning as the U.S. market opens here in about 30 minutes. FOMC, nope. Holidays, nothing to worry about there. Earnings on a Friday, no. Gears, I'm on the 5s. We may be going down. If the markets tend to be a slower grinder here today, I may move down from the 5s down to the 3s or 4s. Here currently too slow. We went over that in the last video on how to know what bar size you should be on at any given moment in our quantitative approach to the markets. We're not having to guess or play the gray areas. Here we have a very specific set of rules for all of our decisions, and if you're the type who wants some guidance, this is not your typical come onto the YouTube stream and somebody says, well, you know, whatever trade style fits you, find what suits you, guys, do whatever you want to do. Blow your account and use my code. And then, you know, you do you. Blow your account and use my code. Oh, you know, guys, come on, let's have a cry fest. Oh, yeah, blew my account too. Boo-hoo. Let's cry on each other's shoulders. We all suck together. Use my code. Oh, no, you blew account. Use my code. Oh, no, it's so sad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it happens to me too. Blow another account. Use my code. Okay, this is not that kind of stream. I want you to win. Okay, I want you to win. And you probably want to be with somebody who's been around the markets for 20 years, and you happen to be there now. So welcome aboard. Let me get through the rest of this checklist here, and we'll just show you. We'll show you. Welcome aboard. Contract dates, no rollovers, wave ranges. That's going to be important. We will re-optimize over the weekend. We'll get that delivered to you guys on Monday. Mentorship Mondays are important. Make sure you come and get that in our public chat. And if you're a premium member, you'll have that in the premium chat area as well to get new ranges. This week we're on 41 on NQ, and I need to tide wave lock in here this morning. Looks like we are green and green. Tide and wave, both. No surprise there. We are sitting at the, we just said a minute ago, we're sitting at the high of day. And sure enough, tide and wave, both green. How do we get that? Right over here on the tide and the wave. You can see the channel color is a very strong green on the wave and on the tide. Both of them are green. So tell me there in the chat, what direction am I going to be trading here this morning? Longs or shorts? Are longs on? Are shorts on? Tell me there in the chat. You should be able to answer that if you have been hanging out with us for pretty much any amount of time. We go over this on a regular basis there. Tide and wave, if they are both green, which direction? That's right, longs are on. No shorts. Everybody type, I think this is a good one for the chat here. Just type no shorts in the chat. here this morning. So anybody coming in, no excuse, no shorts, no shorts. Now, if that shifts during the daytime because some wild, crazy move, if it speeds up here this morning and we get a rock and move, then fantastic. But I can probably tell you, looking at this chart right here, when and where that will happen. So we have the alpha and omega beginning and the end. That is a 7.9 to begin this whole move up. You see the lock-in down here? Okay, lock-in and move. So what we oftentimes will see to the end of a move, we will need those to be distributed and then profits taken on the other side of that. So oftentimes if we see this one is a 1500 level bear, 1500, it's you guys can't see that, but anyway, let's move this over a little bit. 1500 level bear right there. So we want to come back here and mark that leg red, because did he make any money? The answer is no. Okay, if that's a big bear and it did not go down, he's locked in. Okay, this guy is locked in. This is the most recent one on the tape. He's locked. So do I think he's going to return to that? Yes, I do. Is it likely going to happen today? Yes, it likely is. Will it? Absolutely, though. Well, that's what we don't know. We don't know if it's going to lock in there or not, but if we do start to see it moving down that direction, we will have a zone for where they will come and touch down. So I do want to mark up that zone. Go ahead and do it right now. Looks like the leg began right there. So this is a concept where you'll hear me say letting the bull out or letting the bear out. For them to let him out of his position, they will have to come back and touch his zone. Okay, so I've got that marked up. You might want to mark that up as well. That is the defense leg strategy. So if you're going into our documentation section, just type in defense leg and it'll walk you through kind of the concept around that. I've got that marked up here. MACV Ultimate is on. Speedometer is good. AudioBox, I heard it clocking a few times. We're good there. BNL Cadence, and we're good with that. Distractions, no. NT8 sounds, I think we're on and rocking. Reset the music, and let's get to it here. I'll go ahead and pull that checklist off the charts here, and let's take a look at our 2 steps. If you're kind of looking at this and still going, man, this looks too complicated, let me help you out. We're going to divide our decision-making tree into 2s, just like binary, 0s and 1s for code. We're going to make a binary operation for how and when we're going to select. This is a super dot. Oftentimes I'll be looking for a short right here. Why am I not? What did I say this morning? Tide and wave. Can I take shorts here this morning? No, shorts are off. Okay. I would like to take that trade, but I'm not going to. And if I just decided I was going to go ahead and take a slap at this, my first target is target 1 only. I cannot be trying to shoot the moon here off of a play like this. I'm going to be looking to grab a 35 tick bag. That is my target 1 on the 5s. Is a 35 tick target that I'm going to be locking in pretty quick, especially because what's my second filter? After I've got the tide and wave, that's filter number 1 with our 2s, tide, wave. Check. Okay. Second filter. I would like everyone to type this in. Actually, I had a conversation with, we had a one-on-one yesterday with someone, and I must have said this next phrase twice, and they still wouldn't get it. I literally said, listen, I just want you to say these words and say it exactly the way I say it so that there's no question in your mind. Lock it in. It's called a memory peg. You want to peg it in your memory and stay it and say it the same every single time. Don't say it 5 different ways. Always say it the same. The next one after tide and wave, the next one is nerd plus arrow. Type that in the chat. So type nerd plus arrow. That's the second filter. Okay. So number 1, tide and wave. Number 2, nerd plus arrow. If you do this, I'm just telling you, you will do much better in your trading. If you just lock this stuff in your brain, so your brain doesn't have to think about it. Doesn't have to. It's just already locked right there. Keep it simple. Say it the same way every time. Don't say, oh well, then I look at the MACV and then I look at it and no, just say this: nerd plus arrow. That's it. Tide wave, got it. Check. Nerd plus arrow, check. Enter. Because you're going to have to make decisions quickly. And if you don't, let me explain what's going to happen to you if you don't. I give you the fear that you need to succeed. The market is controlled by 2 things, fear and greed. You need to have a good, healthy balance of both. The fear should be this. There is somebody, if you will not do this, there is somebody like me, a cutthroat, there to make money, not there to make friends, there to take your money out of your pocket and stick it in theirs. There is somebody around the world somewhere ready to press the button to make you be on the wrong side. You understand? You are either the hunter or you are the prey. Do not be the prey, not today. Okay? Now, speaking of pray, let's definitely get our prayer in there in the chat. Type !pray in the chat. All right. And all good things come from the Father above. It's amazing stuff. We got a lot of work ahead of us in the next hour. Okay? And then after that, let's go enjoy. Let's go enjoy the things that he has given to us. All right? But he also expects us to work with excellence. He says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. And the danger is there are people around. If you're going to just say, well, you know, Vinny, I'm just going to boop-ba-doop-ba-doo. Please do yourself a favor and just stop. Stop trading. If you're going to doop-da-doo, do yourself a favor. My advice to you is don't play here, because someone like me is going to take your money. Understand? We're here to win. We're here to win for our families. We have a reason to be here. Okay? And we're here to play against you if you're going to be doot-da-doo. Make sense? Don't be doot-da-doo. Okay? Be specific about your trading. I'm here to make great traders. I have a twofold ministry here. I want you to be rich on earth and rich in the kingdom of God. Got it? All right. Help me reach my goal. Here we go. The nerd is now neutral. I'm hearing sellers start to come in here. So while, remember I said, like, this is a good short opportunity, most of the time, I can't take it yet here this morning because the tide and wave are straight up. So best plays are still to the long side. Should be looking to the long side here this morning. Now, I am generally a bear. I make almost all of my money on the bear side. If you guys have been following along for a while, that's just what I do. And with my system, even in a bull market, I can make money as the market makes these moves down, because we can find pinpoint areas like this where things line up. When I said earlier about that king timing, you see how the king timing area is right here? There's that blue and pink. We have perfect timing right here. We have a beautiful play set up laying in right here. So yes, I could have grabbed a 35 tick bag out of that, but I'm not going to try to hit some home run. You're not trying to turn a penny into a dollar, right? Kind of thing. So there's a penny opportunity here to the short side, but there's better opportunities, bigger opportunities to the long side here this morning with the tide and the wave to the long side. Make sense? All right, we've got 20 minutes now to the US Open. Measure so far off of that move here. It's been 90 ticks to the downside. So like I said earlier, it is a good trade opportunity, but I'm currently on longs only and Nerd was not with me, okay? Nerd plus the arrow. Now, did we have the arrow? Yes, the arrow has been red over here on the right. The most recent arrow is red. So that's just an easy, simple check for us to do. Nerd plus arrow, that's the second set of filters. You'll know which button to hover your mouse over. I know I'm hovering it over the buy side. I'm waiting for one of those. I'm waiting for the nerd and the arrow to agree with me. I had the nerd, the arrow was red though, so I just needed to wait for that arrow to show up in my direction, and then I will look for a play. Now the plays are our strategies that we talked about earlier. If you're going through our documentation, you can choose Enigmas, Super AOs, headshots, power headshots, PRZ crosses, sharkbacks, etc. You'll learn what all those are if you don't know what I'm talking about there. But those are the executions that we're looking for on entries. Your targets will be target 1, target 2, based on the bar size. On the 5s, I already mentioned 35 and 50. If you're watching our videos, when the markets are slower, you'll see us go all the way down to the 1s and 2s. On the 1s and 2s, the very lowest that we're ever doing is a 10-tick target off of the 1s. Off of the 2s, we start to move to a 15, 25, move up to the 3s. We go and starting at 20, 20 and 30. Then we move up to the 4s. We start moving into that. On the 5s and the 4s, I'm usually looking for a 35 to 50 tick target on both of those. I could fluctuate with that a little bit there, but it's generally the same. I'm going to be looking for that 35 to 50 ticks there on the 4s and 5s here on any instrument. So some people ask, well, what about if I'm trading the RTY? Still the same. But on the RTY, you're probably going to be moving down time frames on the RTY just due to the speed itself and the size of the moves. You're going to want to get to the chart bar size where the speed is at a good speed. Right now it's too slow. You can see it right here. Our speedometer is going to have this. You can do this multiple ways. I have the text version on. If I want to turn the background color on over here, the psychology bot will handle that for me. I can either turn all of it on. Let's go click on B for background. Turn on the O for the overlay. And now I've got an overlaid giant X on the screen here. And my text at the bottom telling me why. Right? I've got the, hey, it's too slow right now. Let's cover up the chart. Let's not take any trades here right now. I think I'll leave this on here for demonstration purposes. It also kind of gives me a little, I feel like a sigh of relief when I don't have to look at the chart. I see this giant X on it. I don't even have to look at the chart. I can look away because I don't want to be tempted into any plays. I don't want my mind to start setting me up for any preconceived notion on any of those plays with the big background red and a big blue X. It's very clear. It's telling me, hey, this is not exactly the best time to take a trade, so don't be tempted to get into one. Make sense? So we've got lots of ways for you to win and little tricks and tips along the way. It is a special day here at the end of the session here. We're going to do an open mic. So if you want to hop in with us, you can prep up to do that. Hopefully Adrian is going to be joining us here today. One of our members that we were having chats with yesterday, and we want to see if we can get him to a payout and see if we can kind of start to find any areas that we might be having struggles on. So I'll kind of bring my general list of questions that I start to ask traders, and we just kind of start with the basics. I will literally, you'll hear me say what I'll be asking him, what workspace he's using, if he's got his play setups. He did post us a picture yesterday of his workspace and area. He does have a nice 43 in the front, got his mouse and keyboard set up with his hotkeys. So we'll be walking through the rest of those to see, you know, where the struggle is. We'll see if we can kind of sort out what that is. I've already kind of got in my mind, got a few questions answered from him yesterday. He's trading the afternoon session, so we already start to go, okay, we'll already know the afternoon works a little bit different. He's using someone else's workspace that he's picked up who trades a morning session, but he's using a morning session thing to do an afternoon. So, you know, there's some basic stuff there that we'll be walking through here this morning, and maybe you're in the same boat. Maybe you're having a problem with getting to your first payout as well. I think it'll be beneficial to everybody. We'll learn either way. All right. Let's see. 15 minutes now to the US Open. We didn't mention this, but if you've been around a while, I am mentally preparing myself to take, I know there's 6 buttons here, but really it's 5. Okay, like that bonus, I don't really count that one, but it's there just as a visual representation of what I'm looking to do here. The one on my desk here you saw earlier on the left, that one is 5, right? We got 5 over here, but we do kind of play this upper left where we can play some bonus plays. We're doing really well on the day, or just, again, depends on what the market is giving us at the time. But we have a standard operating procedure. I'm coming in here, I'm already thinking about a video game like old school Mario Bros, most of the awesome Nintendo games from the past. If I grew up in the era that I did, then you know what I'm talking about. 5, you got 5 lives to do your damage, to see how many points we can put on the board. Points turn into dollars over here on the right. Okay. So 5 trades. If you're wondering what TIW stands for, a lot of people ask that. What's that one? TIW, toe in the water. So this also reminds me with this version, these texts on top, tells me to remind me to increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. If I get stuck up here in the first couple of trades, well, the next trade, I should be able to recoup my losses in 2 trades. That's my mental strategy. I try to size appropriately based on where I currently am in the rotation of whether I'm up on the day, down on the day, and as we flip each one of these, so if I hit a winner, we'll turn it green. If I click it again, we'll be red, and then we just kind of work our way down. So a simple way to do that, you can get this tracker there on our website in the documentation section. Just click on resources and you can go to the trade tracker there. So the bots are running. I got them. Let's see, they're current P&L $525. There are trades open on the bots up top, and I'll zoom out here again. Full Auto Friday. If you guys got questions around that, we're happy to answer them. Looks like we got a NASDAQ in green. Got a couple of other trades open. Looks like we've got a gold trade in green. I see crude oil trade slightly red. It looks like 3 trades open right now across those. I've got a counter over here on the left, and they're up about $590 right now in total. So again, I've got the lockout set to $11.50, so at $1,150 those will close out and lock up, and we'll get a nice little message that will pop up for us as well right here. Right now it tells us the status is running and telling us what we're looking for there. We're looking for our take profits. When that locks in, that should say congratulations, hit your target, and we locked in for the day. And yeah, hopefully we see that early in, early out on a Friday. But there are already trades being taken for me there with the full auto. Now, if you are a premium member, you can also, if you would like to just get my workspace with my settings and things of that sort, if you're a premium member, you can get those on the left hand side of Discord. That is not in the free trial area. There's one other thing that's not available in the free trial, which is the nerd. This feature over here on the left, you do have to be a Discord member and a premium member to have access to the feed here for the nerd. The nerd is the NASDAQ ESRTY in the Dow on the MACV Ultimate. So this is going to tell us the direction of the correlated instruments. I'm trading the NASDAQ, but I want to know what the ER and D are doing as well. ESRTY and the Dow. If you are trading in the direction of those, you're going to have better plays. You're going to have bigger plays or bigger play opportunities when you're going in the direction of the correlation as well. Okay, I'm going to turn off the psychology bot here. I'm going to start looking here. It is 10 minutes before the US Open, so I want to start kind of getting thinking about my first sets of plays. Let's see where we're at. There's prior close and the open overnight. So the range overnight, it was some rough trading overnight last night. Looks like there was not much range. This is on the NQ. That means the other instruments, ESRTY and Dow, even more narrow here. I'm talking about a very slim range from the overnight. Okay, this is the whole zone from here to here. It ain't much to work with there. Okay, so but again, US Open can change everything. All right, so let's get ready. It is now 9 minutes to the US Open. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't done so already before we get going. It's always good luck for you. When you do something for others, you do it for you too. So do yourself a favor and help us out. Smash that like button and let's get that rolling for you. Good morning, Shadow. Let's see, let's get the chat here on screen. I need to get this sized right. I keep leaving it too large. Maybe I'll pull this down a little bit. Good morning, Ninja Scalp. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Dak. Andrew. Good morning, David. Martone. Good morning. Eddie's Auto Detail. Good morning. John Johnston. Good morning. Is it going to let me scroll back any farther? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes, that's right, Nigel. Nerd plus the arrow. That's right. Nerd plus arrow. We need that one. Good morning, Ender. Great to see you. 8 minutes now to the US Open.
So following on from what we heard yesterday, New York Times reports that Jared Kushner is to meet with Israel's PM Netanyahu during the Israel visit. So that was also reported by Axios earlier this morning as well, so nothing new there.
on the GC2.
Fish and Ticks, good morning.
Profit target has been reached.
Profit target has been reached. Oh, did y'all hear that? All right, so I'll see y'all on Monday. Just kidding. All right, so we'll just go ahead and turn full auto off across the boards, but it locked us in. There we go. So we just talked about earlier that while the bots are trading across 6 instruments, they're locking in. Auto take profit triggered. Congrats. We're already up $1,000 there on the morning. So the bots have done their job here this morning for me. What's today's date? 14th. So we'll pull up our performance report here, and here's where we're at there this morning. Looks like 5 trades or so that it took across 6 instruments, and it's a target. So could be done for the day here, obviously for demonstration purposes here this morning. I'll continue on with you guys, but yeah, I mean, you could be in and out and done, early in, early out. It's 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. Could be out, go jump in the heated pool with the kids, go hang out, have a good time, start having getting those Friday celebrations going. Exciting times. Maybe go outside, we'll shoot some hoops, play some basketball. Great time to check out the watermelon selection at the grocery store. Bust out the watermelon, chop it up. It's hot outside these days, man. I think we're seeing the heat index over the next couple days hits 106, 107 here in Texas for the next couple days. It's crazy. Don't even have to turn the heater on in the pool. It's getting heated up all day. So jump in there in the evenings and it's feels like bath water. Thanks, Josh. Smashing that like button. Excellent work. Good morning, Captain Rex. Good morning, WFS. So let's see if I can beat the employees. So the employees are up $1,000 here on the day, and my turn's coming up here in about 4 minutes. We'll have the US Open. You had 5 days over 100 this week. It was 90 at 8:30 yesterday morning. Yeah, Brian, remind me, which state are you in? It's hot here in Texas, but it's hot where you're at too. Where are you located at? I was talking to one of our members in Morocco the other day, and he said it was getting so hot there that his computer was overheating. And blue screen and locking up on him. The hot summer. Did any of you guys watch those World Cup videos where people were coming to the United States for the first time and they were like, wait, so every building here has air conditioning? The restaurants have air conditioning? You walk inside and you walk in and you get cold. You're outside, you're hot, you walk inside, but it's that cold. Y'all get free refills? You go to a Mexican food restaurant, you get chips and salsa for free on the table before you start eating. You don't have to pay for that appetizer. Yeah, we're a little spoiled with air conditioning around here. I am not complaining. Thank the good Lord above for it every day. It's one of our fun pray for small things. I've taught my kids to make sure we pray for the small things and thank him for the small things and the big things. It's easy to pray for the big things. Sometimes we forget to just thank him for the small things. But we all like to be thanked for the small things we do, whether it's inside of our family or friends or coworkers or members here in the chat. We'd like to hear a thank you on occasion, you know what I mean? We all love a good thank you. And you know what's interesting is those things get paid forward to you too.
1 minute now.
When you're thankful, others are thankful to you as well. What you sow, you shall also reap.
Double delta NQ on the 5.
If you plant watermelon seeds, you're not going to get apples. If you plant apple seeds, you're not going to get watermelons. Like for like. All right, 30 seconds to the US Open here. I've got a ready DD already telling me get ready to take the next play. Are we gonna have an open? Are we gonna have an open launch right away? All right, here we go.
Open imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 42 million. Nasdaq 100 flat. Dow 30 sell side 3 million. Mag 7.
All right, that's a. So again, it's longs on right now. We got tide and wave. Yep, we're green. So even though it looks tempting to take that short right there, not going to take it. That's a power head shot there, but we've got neutral on the tape, neutral to green right now. So again, I generally want to take things in the direction of the, oh, speaking of, nerd just came red here. So we could be looking for, remember, I'm just going to be scalping with a target 1 if I am going to go short. I do have nerd plus arrow with me if I'm going to be doing it. Then remember, I need to be very cautious. Target 1s only here for me if I'm going to get short with the nerd, because the tide and the wave are still both green. So we know the big picture direction is still to the long side. Right? So if I'm going to hit a short, it's got to be quick. Right?
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Okay, that's an Enigma long there. Broken. Mark that one. Negative cadence of 1. Immediately got broken. So nerd side currently. I just saw a dot break here, so I'm looking for a short right now. There's my cross. I'm going to add in on the cross. Nope. Yikes. Got another Enigma right here. I need to get out of this position real fast. Okay, I'm going to take the loss here. Nope. They're getting tricky with it. We heard the sell side, and wow, look at that. They even skipped one all the way back to moderate buy. No surprise. That Enigma hit its target right away there, and I tried to get clever with it and get that a little something with it, and sure enough, got hammered on trying to take a short there. All right, trade number 1. Taking a loss for trade number 1. There, got a little too aggressive as it started to make that move down there, but again, more lessons to it going. Yep, the long side is still favorable here. We've got the tide and the wave to the long side. I am a short bear player. We have a red arrow right now. Nerd is neutral. Hearing some selling side. I'm looking for another play. All right, there's my red dot. I'm going to take a 2-try roll here on it. Doing a, what we kind of call the +1 on my size. There's a cross, adding on the cross. Okay, there's my exit here. I'll pull off half there as we cross through. I'm still hearing sellers on the tape though, so I can hold it for a little bit longer. Looks like we might touch prior close. Let's see if they're going to fake that out. Red dot, add to position one more time for a Seuss. Currently neutral, still don't have red here with me. Waiting for it. We got jagged on the tape, and that'll be my exit right there on an Enigma. Right there at the prior close as well. Hold to the opposing signal. Rocked it out. We have jagged on the tape, y'all. Big time jagged. Holy shnikes. Huge play coming. Everybody type jagged. Holy shnikes. Look at that. This is the biggest jagged I might have ever seen. I have never seen a jagged be that long. If you have been studying that and you've seen jagged along the way, have you ever seen a jagged that large? I have never seen a jagged that big. Anybody seen one bigger than that? I have never, ever seen a jagged that large. Y'all, big play is coming. Do not get off sides. When the play comes, do not get off sides. We do not have a direction, but we have big play coming. Holy shnikes. Big play is coming, y'all. Big move is on the way. When if you can figure out which one, let's see. Let's see if we can have some fun. Big move is coming. It's going to be a run and then some. I have a feeling we might be coming down. Remember that red zone I told you from this morning where he wanted to come back there and let that bear out? They might let it all the way out. That's about 100 and some odd ticks down below. I have a feeling it might be to the short side. Let's see if we go. There's the open line. I don't like to play around the open line. I like to respell open by putting the in at the beginning, and I say nope, I'd rather not take a play here. However, it's a Friday. I want to be early in, early out. I am trade number 1 and trade number 2 here this morning. Remember, I'm looking for winner, winner, chicken dinner within my 5 plus a bonus. Let's see if it comes. Jagged on the tape. Big move is on the way. Do not get off sides. If you find yourself off sides, close it quickly. If you're on sides, hold it a little longer. Make sense? Jagged is coming. Big jagged warning. Gonna be a big one. We are slow grinding down, so I have a feeling it's going to be a down move. When in a grind, do not rewind. There's a headshot. I'm going to go ahead and toe in the water right here. Stop above the headshot.
Delta shift NQ on the 5.
Oh, delta shift. Might be coming back. I'm going to add a hard stop. I'm going to add a hard stop above that headshot. Starting to move. Alright, I could be taking some off right there, or I can look the hole. I'm going to add, there's a headshot. Again, jagged on the tape. If this is the down move, it could go a long way if she's going to keep grinding down. Now, if we start to pop up and go the other way, it can go a long way the other way as well. Remember, we have jagged on the tape, so we have to be aware of that. 70 ticks in profit now, 80 ticks.
Delta shift NQ on the 70.
Butterfly. If the butterfly holds, great. If it doesn't, I'll start to look to close the position.
Reasons. 1, the Ford class is too costly and takes too long to build.
Double delta NQ on the 5.
And 2, Vought adds that our Navy shipyards are at capacity with major backlogs. So this is with regards to the headline that we saw yesterday that from the Wall Street Journal, I believe that the US was to spend billions on restoring old naval ships.
Okay, they just released the bear. They did get all the way there. I got greedy. All right, I'm gonna close it. Here the buyers start to step in. We got all the way in there, touchdown, and now we've got a triple crawl in here. Okay, so they may have finished. Be careful. Again, jagged on the tape. A big move is coming, right? Yeah, it played through. Unfortunately, I didn't take the profits, so it was up over about 5,500 there. Didn't take it. It's kind of a wash trade there. Came all the way back. Close it out at my POE. Just gonna wait and see here. So popping back up to moderate buy. Buyers are starting to step in.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
ES kind of starting to point up. When an ES hits its golden ropes, I might be able to look for the play to come back again. There's a shark back right at the open line.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
There's a cross. I could jump in a short here. Let's see. All right, I'll go in on it. Stop above the shark back. I'm going to add a hard stop. Again, I'm not going to get crazy with it, but there's my shark back play with a cross to see if they're going to make that return. It looks like it's a little bit too easy for that down move, so I have a feeling that's going to get tricky here. We got Nerd currently neutral. I'm hearing buyers on the tape. A little bit risky here, but playing shark back. I don't like the open line there either.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Red dot. Nope, it cracked. I'm gonna kill it. I don't like what's going on right there. Cracked the dot, didn't hold, so bears do not have control. Even though we just switched back to Nerd, listen to them come in on the tape. You just hear popcorn. I hear AudioBox clacking all over that. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth the risk. Okay, we have a shark back on the 9s now. I will short this shark back here on the 9s. Shark back right here on the 9s. Bigger play. Bigger play opportunity here. Now, if it starts to run, though, again, I cannot get off sides. There's jagged warning on the tape. If we crack that, I will close it immediately. Red dot, last shot. I really don't like playing this area. We are too close to that open line. Lots of hands can step in here. I'm going to lock in 4K right here. It's sitting there. I had a $400 superstition. 3,600 was flashing at me too many times. $400 superstition right before 4K. I have a superstition about that. I don't like it. Gonna go ahead and take it right there. Trade number 2 for the winner. Well, trade number 3, but winner chicken dinner here has been locked in. 3,700 for me. 1,100 for the bots. Here's what we're looking like here so far. Winner chicken dinner. The chicken dinner time is done. Now, are we going to have some fun? We are now looking for bonus play opportunity here. So I like to think within my 5 trades, now I like to think about winner chicken dinner. I'm looking right here for my bonus. Okay. I know that's one of the things I'm going to talk about with Adrian here during our open mic time. He was saying he's taking 6 trades in the afternoon. You guys tell me if you've got a free hand or you're not going to take a trade right now. Type it in the chat. Do you think it's a good idea to take 6 trades in the afternoon? Tell me there in the chat. If you've been around a while, you should know that 6 trades in the afternoon is a no-no. Okay, so again, there's some basic stuff. We just got to get back to some basics. I see more jagged on the tape, y'all. A big play is on the way. This is going to be one of those Friday surprises. Just be very cautious. Do not get off sides right now. Massive jagged on the tape. I do not recall a time when I've seen this much massive jagged, because there's another set of jagged right here. Look at this. Another set of jagged down here. Okay. This is the typical though, right? Kind of a 1-2 and maybe a 1-2, but there's even more right there. So there are sets of jagged here, and I've never seen one this big like that. Like, that's crazy. It is a Jigsaw Supreme right there. Good. Jagged on the tape. 3 crosses here, and they're still popping it. You hear the popcorn?
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7.
Oh, wave is down. Shorts are back on, folks. Wave down. Tied up, wave down. Let's go. That was a big shift when we came down into that zone. Look at the color of the wave. It's now red. Yes. All right.
NQ on the 7.
Tied up, wave down. Shorts are back on the table. But jagged on the tape. Again, and they are squirming it up. Okay. This is slow, so it's going to go. I'm not ready to slap that. Okay. I know it seems slow, and so everybody wants to get short. Don't trade a slow direction. Okay. Slow, it's going to go. If it's fast, it's not going to last. Okay. When it starts getting fast, then we start to slap. Make sense? All right. We have the inverted samurai sword. So what do I need? What do I need after a samurai sword? Who remembers? Okay, got the handle, got my samurai sword. What am I looking for right here? Before I'm going to reverse it, what do I need? Type it there in the chat. 2 words.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7.
Triple crown, Pete. Man, Pete, I need you to come teach the class, bro. Pete always knows the right answer, and he knows exactly what to say. The guy is good. He knows his stuff. He knows it. Jagged on the tape and samurai sword. What do we need? Triple crown before we're going down, right? So I need to wait for a triple crown here. If I can be patient enough to wait for a triple crown. This has moved and grinded all the way up to the top of that regression channel. So I can look. This might be the place for a short, but I need to really be patient and wait for a triple crown before we're going to be able to slap it down, right? Jagged on the tape, and sure enough, look at this big move after the jagged, continuing to grind its way back to high of day. Look at that, all the way back. High of day is that green line. It's going all the way back there. This is why I warn you guys about jagged on the tape. If jagged is on the tape, you need to be cautious. You may as well just either sit out or make sure you get on sides. Do not get off sides, right? Take your play and move it, right? Big move. Triple crown. That's right. All right. There's prior high and high of day. Let's see what hands are going to step in here. ES still pointing up. RTY pointing up. YM pointing up. Strong buy on the nerd. They have moved this all the way up aggressively. They are all to the long side right now. There's the first Enigma short on the 4s. Hit its target there.
Delta shift NQ on the 7.
Big delta shift. Big delta shift coming in here. Top of channel. Big delta shift.
Double delta NQ on the 7. Double delta NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega short on the NQ 4. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7.
Double dot short there, 5.8.
Delta shift NQ on the 5. Enigma short on the YM2.
Steady selling through that leg.
Double delta NQ on the 5. Double delta NQ on the 5.
Okay, double ready D side by side. I generally like to slap at these, so I'm hearing buyers all over the tape here. Get ready, I'm at the top of the channel. I want to slap it. There's my 4.6. I'll go ahead and grab it right there real quick. I'll have to close it out quickly if we break that cross. Nope. Okay, broke the cross. Never mind. Buyers are still stepping in here. Got a ready DD. Yeah, I got a little greedy. I don't think it went my 35 ticks though, so it only went like 20 something. There was a 50 tick opportunity there, but I didn't pull it quick enough to take profits on that one. Buyers still stepping in there. They want to go. They're going to go tap that high. Let's see.
Delta shift NQ on the 5.
Okay, red dot, super dot with the delta shift. I'll try it one more time here, right in front of the high of day. We got a red dot on the 9s as well. I'm giving it a shot here. We'll see. Potential 50 or 100 tick play if this comes down to the Bollinger. So we're at the bottom of the bowl. That would be a potential 100 tick opportunity here. Now, I'm not saying I'm holding it for 100 ticks unless that goes red over there, but I might grab a 50 bag. There's 50 ticks right there. 57, 58. Okay, there's the end of my play, but I'm going to add to this position right here because it is starting to go. If I hear sellers go, there we go. And there's my 100 ticks. Let's go. Let's go. That is a super dot with a delta shift at the high of day. Prior high as well. Very nice. Very nice. Grabbed a 100 bag. Let's go. Can we type 100 bag in the chat? Just type 100 bag in the chat right there. 100 bag. How do we know it was a 100 opportunity? Because it came off of the 9s. Yes. Did we have a combination on the lower time frame? So we had a lower time frame risk. Yes, we did. High time frame opportunity, lower time frame risk. Let's take the risk and let's play it and let's say it's 100 bag in the house. Almost 10K on the day if you combined that 8K plus the bot run right there for about 1100. Pretty darn close. We are so close to 10K, but let's celebrate a good one there. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You love that. Let's go.
1 year inflation expectations forecast to remain unchanged at 4.2%. 5 year expected to remain unchanged at 3.3%. The expectations prelim forecast 55.2 on the prior 55.4, and conditions forecast to remain unchanged at 54.8. Once again, the US business inventory month over month forecast at 0.1% from the prior 0.3%.
I know it's been crazy, you don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. No matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not home. No, I can't let go without you near me. I'm holding on your tricks. Got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play.
Alrighty then, it's a beautiful set of plays right there. Let's pull out the money gun. Special shout outs to Don James. He hooked us up with this fun little graphic right there. The double money guns. Let's go. Oh. If you're not having fun doing it, you're doing it wrong. That's what I like to say around here, because it's never not fun to win. Am I right? Oh, yes. All right, let's get back to business. We still got a few minutes. We have news. Thank you for that reminder. We've got news coming out at 10 o'clock. What was the news here today? Thank you for that reminder there, Richard. Yes. University of Michigan sentiment numbers there at 10 a.m. All right. Yes, Financial Juice on the list on the left. They've got University of Michigan sentiment numbers 10 a.m. and 5-year inflation prelims, 1-year inflation prelims, also U.S. business inventories month over month, also at 10 a.m. Condition prelim, I don't know even what that means, but there's a
rising 5 basis points to 3.18%.
A batch of news coming in there at 10 a.m. All this coming up here at 10. Okay, warning my friend at 10. Got it?
Hands up NQ on the 9. NQ on the 7. NQ on the 5. NQ on the 7.
10K a day keeps the JOB away. Indeed. Alex RR, what time will the chat be with a member? We don't have a set time. Whenever I just wind up our trading here. Oh, by the way, that was our bonus, right? So let's flip it. Not too shabby. Actually, I think so. One of them was we had a little scratch trade in there. It actually looked like this there this morning. Little miniature scratch there as well. Forgot about that because I think there was a dip. Let's look at the. Yeah, there's a double. Very very fun looking P&L there this morning. Who wants to get their gonna ride your skateboard on that? I don't know. Looks like a skateboard rink there.
University of Michigan survey data
this morning, or looks like Dolly Parton came in here and laid down on my P&L.
From the prior 55 spot 2, with a range of 57 spot 2 to 51 expected.
Only if you're a 80s kid, you probably get that reference. Let's see.
5-year inflation expectations also forecast to remain unchanged at 3.3%. US
Don't get offended. God made it all. Come on now. Good Father above, He made it all.
55 spot 4
makes beautiful things.
Forecast to remain unchanged at 54 spot 8. We also get the US business inventories data for the month of June. Forecast 0.1% from the prior 0.3.
All right, 4 minutes. So what I think we'll probably do is we'll watch the news event here, see if we get, I don't know, maybe from some little fun little tap play. If we tap it, I got about less than $1,000 here to get over 10K on the day between the bot accounts and bot account and mine. So yeah, we're pretty close. So, you know, obviously that's sticking on my mind, but I need to also put in the warning. Whenever you've got a P&L target in your mind, we've got two sides of that. We've got the driving factor that helps with a goal, but we also have a myopic component of this that's like danger. Oh shoot, speaking of danger, that's 1,000 level bull right there. If you see it, type a 1. 2 if you're new. 3 if you're still here to troll me so we can fall, you know, we can just help you out with the door. Right. Last few live streams here to the public will be premium members only on the updated member portal website. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed our live streams. But all good things must come to an end. It's been 10 years in the public. Trolls, you've had your day.
Enigma short on the YM2.
But now y'all can get back to your Uber routes and make sure you deliver my burgers hot and on time or no tip. That's a pro tip for all you troll tards. Pass the fries through the window slow.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
All right, we're going to mark this up. 1,000 level bull in here on the defense leg. 2 ways to play it. Did that bull make his money? No, it's 1,000 level. He wants to go 250 ticks, right? So measure from the center out. It's 187 to high of day. 250. He's got to get it all the way up here. If he doesn't, he didn't. That also means this could be a return zone, right? Play the defense leg accordingly. So mark up where he wants to go. That's what I like to do. Ooh, look at this. All right, this is this is where we start to find the, hey, we want to be done for the day. Right now, Mike Tyson has just walked in the ring, y'all. You see this? All right. If we're boxers and we're walking in, I'm just telling y'all, Mike Tyson's a little upset right now. He's angry. He's going to come over here. He's about to bite your ear off. He's about to knock you, knock your blank out, okay? This is not a time for the small guy to play around. Don't try to pretend like you're a superhero right now. You're not Evander Holyfield, okay? I'm telling you right now, this is about to get real ganky. You got Big Bull followed by Big Bear. He just swallowed him. Do you understand? That guy got swallowed right here. This was 1,000. This is 1,500. This is a 1+. So this is now red to the short side. In the center of this, 250 below is where? And we're coming up on news. Okay, just don't get crazy right now, but expect crazy to come.
NQ on the 41.
10 seconds.
10 seconds till the news. Here she comes.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
51, 51 lower than forecast, 55. The 1 year inflation at 4.3%, 4.3%, which is higher than in forecast 4.2%, and 5 year inflation as expected at 3.3%. Expectations at 50.6, 50.
So this has now become an indigo zone.
Conditions at 51.8, 51.8, which is lower than forecast at 54.8. And the US business inventories month over month, 0%, 0%. Which is lower than forecast, 0.1%. You see some weakness in the US dollar off the back of this.
So whenever a news event occurs, I like to sit on hands for 2 minutes before, 3 minutes after.
Coming in lower.
And remember, today is a special day. We're going to open up. We're going to do open mic here, and Adrian is going to be coming. Well, I think Adrian, are you here? Let me know if you're still up for it here today. If you're around, we'll chat through you. Or regardless, we'll also do open mic if anybody wants to come and have a chat, ask questions, all that kind of fun stuff. Inside Discord, just look for the section at the top that says open mic, and I'll just click on that. I'll hop in there. If you want to get in there in advance, you can hop in there right now under the voice chats. So at the very top on the left hand side of Discord, there's open mic. Just click on it. You hear that little sound? That means you are online there. There's Adrian popping in already. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, check your mic. Make sure your mic is working, stuff like that, and hop in there.
Survey August prelim report on the feed for those interested.
And open mic. We'll have a chat if we can help you out. That'd be great. Awesome. There he is. Adrian said he's here. Good deal. Do you always measure 250 below, 250 higher when you defense legs? Nope, I do not. Go watch the video. It's not always 250. There's different numbers. Watch the video. Watch the video. Hey-yo. Depends on the size of the bull and bear. Okay, so we are 2 minutes 30 seconds left. 30 more seconds. There's a double ready DD. Now, most of the time I want to slap that short, but I'm not. Why? Number one, we've kind of just gone neutral on that wave. Before, we did have tide and wave, red and green. Look, this thing is almost sideways now, okay? So this is neutral. What's the tide, though? Tide is still up, yes? So it defaults to the upside. Currently, the nerd is green. The arrow is green. I would want to take that, but no, okay? This is that moment where you need to know, like, yes, you know the strategy, but you also need to know, okay, but there's something right in front of that that's like, we didn't have the warm-up. Remember, these are sequences. I'm teaching you strategy sequences. What is the sequence of events before we're doing the buttons? The sequence is, number one, tide wave. Second one, nerd arrow. Third, now your strategy. Okay. Do not override and do them in reverse. Oh, strategy first. No. Okay. Now, in your middle 40 days, yes, swing at it. Okay. Take a swing. Practice your stop outs. You need to practice your stops. You need to get quick at closing your position. You need to get quick at thinking about losing. You need to learn to lose well, which you do in your middle 40 days. I'm more concerned with you losing well in your middle 40 days. You guys, again, I'm going to reiterate this with Adrian here in a moment when we get on our call chat, but I'm getting you guys back to the basics. You've got to learn how to lose well in order to win well.
Double delta NQ on the 7.
All right. Losing well, most important thing, 100%, yeah. And you know, I lost some this morning, right?
Harmonic NQ on the 9.
How else am I going to get Dolly Parton to show up on my P&L if I don't take good losers? Just joking. That is a super mega late Nate here, but I'm hearing popcorn all over that. Let's see, we got 5 minutes. What's ES doing? ES is pointing up, but he's kind of stuck there. All right, got multiple crosses here. A zone going on right here of kind of clustering of crosses here. ES pointing up, so as ES points, so NQ goes. I'm not going to be trying to take a short against that. And the nerd is green, the arrow is green. You know what I mean? Don't make a scene.
Alpha Omega down NQ.
Oh, so many. No, you know I want to, but I'm not. The sequence is important, especially when I'm already up on the day. Don't need to start to, let's say, ruin a Friday, but why even give the opportunity to give any of it back to here? Now, if an absolutely clear play shows up and hands it to me, I've got 5 minutes till 10:10, so play all the way to that 10:10 coffee time. 10:10 is a great time to take a break, take a 20-minute break till the 10:30. And I also think that, so they have proven out that humans are capable of the maximum levels of concentration for 60 to 90 minutes. So if you want to maximize your concentration levels and execute well, then you want to make sure that you are kind of staying in that 60 to 90 minutes, in my opinion. I think it's also a healthy amount of time to spend any kind of gaming or any of that kind of stuff as well. Yeah, you love the late Nate phenomenon. Yeah, I really like that one as well. But just kind of getting lit on that one there. They're just kind of steady trekking its way up there and out of that indigo zone, right? Either hand set could take over at any given minute. And we know, I mean, both of them could make their money. We could run all the way up here, take targets, and run all the way back down here, take its target, or come down here first and then all the way back up there. We've got the zones mapped out here. That's the beautiful thing. Like, we kind of have it mapped. I say mapped and trapped. Right, so I can just kind of wait for it to play out. And when the market hands a bag, you're not trying to force somebody through the door. It's like kind of trying to force a sale. You don't want to force a sale if you're in business either, but if a customer shows up and wants to buy, absolutely be there ready to service them and service well. But you're not gonna force somebody to want something they don't want. Well, in the market as well. Okay, when the market's ready to go and it's ready to hand out a cake, accept its gift. But don't try to find Bart Simpson in the clouds. Sometimes it's just a cloud. Not every pattern is a play. So if you find yourself saying, what do I do if I see this, this, and this? Nothing.
Alpha Omega NQ on the 5.
Okay. If it's not in the strategy book, it's there's no play. There's all kinds of bars that exist on the chart that are no play. You don't have to ask, what do I do if I see this, Vinny? Hey, Vinny, I saw 4 deltas that kind of look like they're all growing and getting bigger. And what do I do if I see this? I don't have a strategy for that. Just wait. Do you see something up here that you do?
Convergence up NQ on the 9. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5. Fib.NQ on the 41.
Cool.
Fib.NQ on the 7.
1 minute, 10 seconds, still 10-10. I don't know if we're going to get a play. We'll see. That is a power headshot short right here. Neutral. If this goes red, I can get involved. That's a power headshot. I'll look for a continuation with a Seuss potentially. If this goes red, we have red arrow. And again, my kind of mental target is need about $1,000 here to push myself over 10K on the day. If we get it, great. If we don't, that's okay too. We'll see if we get it right here. ES has turned over, is pointing down now. If I get a play here. There's my cross. I can add in on this cross here if we go red. Waiting on the nerd. Okay, I'm ready. Need the nerd. Yes, pointing back up. That's why we wait. I want a clean play. I want to force it.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Green arrow, neutral nerd. Inside the indigo zone.
Double delta NQ on the 5. Double delta NQ on the 7.
That nerd is sticking.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
RTY is pointing straight up.
41.
ES tilting back up. And we're back to the buy side. Okay. Well, there we go. It's 10-10. It did not give a clean play, so that's okay too. You don't need to force anything. So let's take a peek at how we did here this morning. So the bots did 1127. We could put this right here. Our 5 trades kind of looked like this. And let's look through the stats here, and then Adrian, get ready. We'll get on a chat here in just a moment. Back to analysis, summary. There we go. So max drawdown from peak to trough in there. 21. Profit factor. So I like to look at 3 numbers. Profit factor is important. Profit factor tells you a ratio of winners to losers for the size. So winners were 2.88 times the size of losers. 56% profitable. That doesn't sound like much, but 56 plus a 2.8, that'll get you there. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. 91.50, not quite the 10K on a Friday. Long side 600, short side 8,500. Beautiful plays there along the way. Now, count for count. Remember, it's clicks for trade counts. Size, that's why I say increase your trade size from trades 1 through 5. And yeah, I mean, so it's the whole thing. Studying your stats is important. I'm not going to go into super details on that today because I want to get with my friend Adrian here. We're going to hop in on the chat. Let's see if Adrian, are you ready? We'll pop into the chat there. All right, you should be able to hear me now. Adrian, your thing is showing on mute. I can already tell right now you're on mute, buddy. You need to
Good morning, Vinny.
There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Hey, welcome to our little chat here. So yeah, we'll just try to I think yesterday, so let's kind of roll back to our chat there from yesterday. You were saying that you hadn't gotten to a payout yet, and we want to, we want to get that there. We want to find out some things. I already kind of saw a few things when I asked a series of questions yesterday. I'm going to just kind of roll back and let me go back to those questions I was asking yesterday. And it's hard over text. That's why I kind of said, hey, how about this? Why don't let's get on a call. And oftentimes, traders, you guys can come in and you can schedule a one-on-one call with me. You can go to the website, schedule a call. I often catch up with those on a Friday. During the week, I may or may not be able to get to calls, but on Fridays, we early in, early out on a live stream. Come in, finish, and then I have the rest. I won't say the rest of that day, but I do spend the afternoon there. I make a window of time to try to catch them on all the calls when possible. And again, it's within reason. If my schedule permits, then I'm happy to take calls with you guys. Take advantage of it while you can, folks. I'm not going to be doing it forever. All right. So if you guys haven't ever scheduled a call with me, I would recommend going ahead and doing that. And a lot of things are going to change here in the next couple of months. As far as I think we will make a lot more information available to you guys as you're coming into our new clean dashboards on the website internally. But along with that, I don't know how much more. I don't know if I'm going to be more available or less available. So we do have quite a few of you, and there's only one of me, although our team is expanding. And by the way, if you guys are interested in joining our team, send me your resume, send a direct message to me there on Discord. And yeah, let's see if you can fit. A lot of stuff is around social media, graphics, video content, community building, affiliation. We also do have an affiliate program. So if you want to go out there and just get a link from us and share it with people, whether you're hopping into Discords and just saying, hey, have you ever checked this out before? Right now it's a 2-week free trial. The trials are going to be moved to, there will be a paid trial. We will do giveaways here on our live streams for those trials, but we just, we had a lot of abuse around the 2-week free trial thing. Well, you get a 2-week free trial on this machine, and I've got my wife's machine, and on my dog's machine, and on my kid's machine, and on my work machine, and then my laptop machine, and our tech support team, it's quite a lot of management. So we are going to kind of keep it to, you get a 2-week free trial, you get an opportunity to hop in with us, and we love for you guys to use the full tool sets. But we do have to just one per person, you know what I'm saying? So anyhow, Adrian, thanks for your time here. I'm scrolling back here to our chat conversation, and so a couple of questions I had asked. Let's start with, how many trades per session are you taking? Let's just start right there. Approximately how many trades per session are you taking when you're trading live right now?
Well, I try to keep it to 6.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's good. So keep it to 6. But let me ask you, are you winner chicken dinner? How much do you stick to the winner chicken dinner concept?
Well, kind of lost my patience, to be fair, because I was having a chat back with a while back with Chris AR, who gave me some good action plan. And I was following that for some days, but the issue I have is I can give you some
Russia's
examples
Black
from
Sea oil
today's
terminal
live
in
market.
Novorossiysk
The
has
trade that
suspended
would have
oil
taken me
loadings
out.
following a drone attack.
Voice news disconnected.
The trouble I have is when I go red on a few trades, I do have this second Adrian in my mind telling me I can come back, then start to take bad decisions and stuff.
Okay. So talk to me. You said a Chris AR action plan. What exactly is a Chris AR action plan? Can you share that in the? We'll just drop it in there in the public chat here, so we can take a look at that, and we'll see what this Chris AR action plan is. What's that?
Yeah, let me find it somewhere. I can take a full screen picture of it.
Okay. Now, is this a PDF, a chat conversation?
It's the server I've done side server on Discord. Right, so I'll share it in about 10 seconds. Spare me so I edit a bit the picture.
So it looks like the move here is coming all the way down to our blue zone from earlier. We're still neutral. Interesting. Very interesting movement here. Tricky plays there all the way down to that zone, but we just touched down. So that bear made his money. So bear, check. Did the bull get up there? Kind of. Bear has now made his money. Take profit right there in the blue zone.
Right, so I've shared it, Vinny.
You shared it there? Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, it says take your time, make the math easy. Okay, number one, I disagree with the first statement. Take your time? I don't think so. I don't think people have time, okay? I personally believe that time is extremely valuable, so no, I don't think that you should take your time, number one. Number two, make the math easy. I don't know what that means. That's a platitude. Does anybody know what a platitude is? Somebody Google the word platitude real quick here. What does make the math easy mean?
NQ on the 7. Enigma long on the NQ on the 7. NQ on the 41.
Do you know what that means, Adrian?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like it gives room for interpretation, I think.
Okay, I'll tell you what it means. It means nothing. Okay, listen, I'm the guy here. I'm going to tell you guys what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Okay, if you want to know what you need to hear, I'm here for it. Okay, I don't do platitudes. I don't do nonsense. Okay, what these statements are, nonsense. A platitude is a boring, overused, unremarkable statement. People often say it is new, deep, or smart, but it has lost its meaning because it's repeated too often or whatever. Okay, it's lost its meaning. It means nothing. Okay, it sounds cool, right? So number one, take your time. I mean, platitude. Everybody says, "Oh, take your time," right? How many times have we all heard "take your time"? Well, take your time. Well, take your time. It's a platitude. It means nothing. Second one, another platitude. Make the math easy. That doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Okay, nothing about that. So first one, I already tell you, whatever you're about to read after this, it's going to be a waste of time. So let's start to the next part. You are on non-legacy accounts right now, so you need $250 a day. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? You're on non-legacy accounts, right? So you need $250 a day. Where does that come from? Explain that phrase to me.
Well, there's different amount of drawdown for non-legacy. So for non-legacy accounts, you have, for 50K accounts, you have only 2,000 drawdown. For legacy accounts, you have 3,500.
NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
But I don't know whether it comes from that. Or it's just how he follows it. I followed it for a while, but
Okay, so I don't know what that means, and it also doesn't mean anything to me either. Okay, I like a buffer, so I am pushing my 50s back up to about 4,500 profit before pulling out funds. Okay, so does that tell you anything about execution on the chart? No, it doesn't. And pushing, you can't push anything. So pushing, here's the thing: you got to be careful of listening to other people. Okay, this is my first thing. I just say it like this: if it didn't come from me, I would put it in the bin. Okay. The problem is this is a social media world. I understand that. So everybody's like, well, I don't know. What is your opinion? What do you think? And what do you think? Well, that stinking thinking also got a lot of people in trouble through COVID. Okay. Everybody's like, well, I don't know. Everybody says we should put this paper mask on my face. I guess they must be right. I guess I need to walk down this side of the aisle at the grocery store because that's what the the nice lady at the front told me I should do. Like, y'all need to cut it out. Okay. Not everybody's opinion matters. Okay. Just don't. Next one. You can get a $1,000 payout if you push to about 3,500. That way your drawdown resets 24. Okay. So this whole, like, trying to sort through and play these games in trader funding spaces, if you want to burn and churn accounts, like, there is that kind of stuff. But all this stuff, okay, I thought this was going to talk about strategies. This is okay, but I see where this is part of the problem. Okay. 3,500 250 is 14 days. That's a WWCD, winner chicken dinner. Okay, maybe plus a 10 tick bonus, which is easy to do. Okay, so now we're talking about stuff that I said. I totally agree. Okay, so now we're a winner chicken dinner, maybe plus a 10 tick bonus, which is easy to do, and just 1 E-mini per trade for 20 ticks for your normal trades. Okay, 1 E-mini for 20 ticks after your P. Anyway, you know what? I don't even want to figure this out. Like, here's the deal. There's a lot of written stuff. I'll post it here for everybody to see. Okay. This is a waste of Adrian's time. Okay. All of this means nothing. Okay. So first thing, maybe keep it for posterity's sake, but I would throw this in the garbage. Are you ready to hear some, direction on how to actually trade? Because what we care about here is how you trade. All this stuff comes secondary. When you're trying to, like, count your pennies, it's like, here's a platitude for you. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, this is, let's put the cart before the horse. There's a bunch of platitudes that actually make sense here. You don't need to be thinking about what the account is and all that other kind of stuff when we need to first start with the basics of what's our strategy, what's our layout, what trades are we taking. Even with winner chicken dinner, it doesn't tell you what trade and what is a 20 tick trade. Like, what are we talking about a 20 tick trade for? Like, this, y'all are counting ticks instead of counting targets. Like, this is not appropriate. Okay. Now, outside of trader funding, here's how I tell people all the time: you need to find out what you're going to be targeting for you mentally. You need to have a goal. On the bottom left hand corner of my screen over here, like, getting back to basics, I think 500 is a nice goal to go on. I don't know, it's a little bit too reflective on here, but that's that says 500 up here. $500 a day is generally, especially here in the United States, again, everybody comes from different places and times. However, like, 500 might be a nice base for you. But what I tell people is, in your first month when you're going live, you should target your current salary, right? Your current salary, I think whatever you're making per day on that. And again, does not apply. I'm not talking about trader funding programs. I'm talking about in general guidelines. You should start with, what is your current take-home pay? Because that is winner chicken dinner. What is it? What do you need right now to put chicken dinner on the table? If you are trying to think about getting to a point of becoming profitable where you are trading for a living means, can you put food on the table? That's the very first thing. And to do that, if your current lifestyle, I would say that everybody's lifestyle is currently running on whatever JOB you have most of the time. So start with whatever that number is, how much money you're making per day, and take that and divide it by 2. Okay, this is the math. Take it, divide it by 2, because within those 2 winners, you should be able to put chicken dinner on the table, and you need to hit at least that in your 2 winners, targeting when you first start out. In your second month, you should double that. Okay, if you're taking advice, that's what I would suggest. Look and target your daily income, number 1. Then on month number 2, you double it. Okay, so let's do a hypothetical. Let's say that you're making $250 a day at your job. Great. Well, let's do 250 is hard to split in half. So let's go here and do $200. $200 at your job, 200. Great. So you are targeting $200 a day for winner chicken dinner within 2 trades. Divide it in 2. You're making $100 per trade minimum. At the same time, we are not necessarily trying to come over here and only hit that 100 and close out. You should still be trading appropriately based on our strategy. So we will come back to that. But if you're starting to engage on how many contracts that you're going to be trading, whether it's micros or contract counts, to start with what your contract counts should be, it needs to start with, what do you need on the day? $200 to start. And then in your second month, I want to double that, and we're going for 400. Make sense? Okay. Now, strategies though. Let's get where the real meat and potatoes are made, is on the charts within those two winner chicken dinner scenarios. We need to start with the top-down analysis of trading from left to right. And if you are struggling, especially, get back to the basics. You've got to be trading on the 5 chart layout. Let's talk about what that is. If we pull up we've got this order of operations right here. If you are struggling, I just go right here. Get to the basics. You need to see everything, because what's happening is you're trying to use other people's workspaces. I think I saw you were trading on Plutonium's workspace. Look, love Plutonium, okay? But Plutonium, the way he got as good as he is because he started out right here and he did absolutely everything to the T. The man can quote me. The guy has watched every video and every live stream. I don't want to say every live stream, but every video, he has covered all of them. And he will tell you, his first thing before you start using his workspace and all that kind of stuff, the first thing he will tell you is do everything Vinny says, right? What would Vinny do? Start with WWVD and then you go to WWCD. What would Vinny do? Number 1. Number 2, winner chicken dinner, okay? WWVD, then WWCD, and you'll be in good shape. But let's again, cart before the horse, we went the wrong way, right? Right now, you are trying to use Plutonium's workspace instead of the one I just showed you on the 5 chart layout. You need to get back to the basics. Get to the 5 chart layout, because if you're not hitting targets appropriately, it is going to start with you're not executing well, okay? Number 1. To be able to do that, why don't you walk me through, if you were to teach someone what that is, because I've reiterated it several times here this morning. So I don't care what you have done, but I want to make sure that right now and going forward that you at least know how I approach a trade entry. So start with the top left and work your way down. What is the very first filter of the day?
Tide and wave.
Tide and wave. Bullseye, right? Now, next one. After the tide and wave, what is the next one?
Nerd and arrow.
Nerd and arrow. Beautiful. Nerd and arrow. Boom. Then we enter in on our trades. Now, yesterday you gave me a list of the strategies that you enter in on. Can you re-give us that list now? What do you trade?
So I'm basically enjoying super AOs, super moons, moonshots, and double enigmas.
Perfect. Okay, so you don't take enigmas on their own?
Depends if it's combined with a ready DD or like an AO or something.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I mean, a lot of people, that's hard to do, honestly. Like a lot of people, that's hard. But hey, that's awesome. If you got that level of discipline to wait for Enigma plus something else, like, great. So I think those are pretty darn good strategies. Now, so while that's what you said that you like, do you strictly stick to those 1, 2, 3, 4? Do you strictly stick to those 4, or do you take other things as well?
Nah, I do strictly stick with them, but sometimes the market goes the other direction and stops me out.
Okay.
We do have some examples today we can look at if you want.
Oh, great. Okay, you want to post some of those? Did you already post those in the chat?
No, I haven't, but let me put my working space on global so I can do a screenshot.
Okay, I see your stats here from today. It looks like you did about $655 today on just a few trades. It looks like 5 clicks.
Yeah, I had 2 of them to target 2 and 3 of them to target 1.
Nice.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Right. So for some reason they disappear, all these enigmas and other indicators. They disappear after a while, innit?
Okay, so that sounds like you're surprised by that. So
No, I'm not. After the new release,
Double left and Q on the 5.
it's meant to do that because it speeds your computer or something.
gotcha. Okay. So yeah. So if you want to get good, you've got to get good at screenshots. So that's another thing that you notice that. Have you seen a lot of Plutonium's plays?
Yes.
How have you seen them?
Screenshots and marked up.
Yeah. So he will literally screenshot and he marks up all of his plays. So how is it that he's able to post screenshots but you can't?
No, I can't, but I just didn't press it to demonstrate where I would have been stopped at. But I do have my mouse set on screenshots and fast keys and stuff.
Okay. So I mean, have you started? I mean, do you do what we talk about, where you take a lot of screenshots and you store a lot of screenshots? Do you store a lot of screenshots somewhere?
Yes, I do have my. But you are in my Discord server.
Yeah. Okay. So you store them in your Discord server, right? You get a lot of those screenshots there.
I don't do my own. I don't save my own screenshots, to be fair.
Yeah. So this is what I'm going to talk about. Like, here's the thing. If you want to be successful like others, in my opinion, and it's not even my opinion, I think that many people have talked about this. You have to imitate those who are successful. Okay. You can't just watch people who are successful. You have to imitate what they do. Now, if you think that they're just demonstrating for you so that you can get better, they don't. They actually also do that for themselves. And you need to do it for yourself, because you're unable to analyze your own stuff because you're so focused on everyone else. But you also, while you are getting what other people are doing, you're not taking into account what they are doing. Does that make sense? So you might say, well, what about you, Vinny? Like, do you take screenshots? Yeah, I do. I take screenshots, but I live stream here. I can go back and watch all my videos. I record it. I turn on OBS and I run it. And I realize, well, it's like, well, yeah, I am showcasing it to the world, so you're incentivized to. Well, here's the thing. I'm telling you, you need to do this. You need to record them. Let's talk about this. A football player. Does a football player need to record his play? Well, obviously the football player doesn't, but they know that someone is, right? They have someone recording them. Well, that's your OBS. OBS is your game recorder. So they go back and they play back the tape so that they can see how they can improve. Anything in a performance-based arena, you have to record yourself. It's not an option. You guys who keep thinking it's an option, it's not. You're struggling because you're not doing the basics, like record yourself, record your trades, store your trades, not everybody else's stuff. It's like going and saying, I'm going to get better at golf by watching Forrest Gump swing a bat or swing a golf club. You're not. Okay. I don't know. Tiger Woods. It doesn't matter who you watch. You are not going to get better by watching someone else swing. You are going to have to watch it, and then you're going to have to go and do that. Make sense? And now it's not just go and do it. They are also recording themselves, and that guy is going back, and I'm sure he's sitting down with his coach or with his dad or whoever else, and they are reviewing that tape. And you need to do that. You have to have tape to go back and review, because coming over here and you're like waving your hands, well, you know, I kind of do this thing. It doesn't matter. How are you zoomed in appropriately? Are your charts the same zoom level? These things all actually matter. And that's why I'm really encouraging you guys, you've got to get some form of recording stuff. And all these excuses of like, and then there's the next excuse. What you've got to do is be an excuse hurdler. You really have got to start putting the excuses away. Throw them in the garbage. Excuses are like buttholes, okay? Everybody's got them and they all stink. So stop making them. Got it? Do the work. Number one. Record yourself playing so that you can review it. You can be your own coach. And then secondarily, you can also let someone else really review what you're doing, okay? Because taking someone else's play and what they're trying to explain to you, you know, especially if you're not actually watching them. Because the other thing is you're taking advice from people who, like, even when you're saying things like, well, you know, Chris AR, have you ever watched a Chris AR video?
No, I don't think so.
No, because he doesn't give you a video. He hasn't handed you a video. Plutonium, have you ever seen Plutonium, a Plutonium video? No. Have you seen my videos?
Oh yeah.
So then why are you imitating people you've never seen actually do the work? That's my point. I'm just trying to waste that from you here today because I want you to win, okay? I'm not here to pat you on the back. I am here today to change your current habits. Okay. And what you're currently doing is you're listening to a bunch of people who you can't see them trade. You don't see them trade. You don't know if you can do what they do. Let me also tell you, how many hotkeys does Plutonium have?
I don't know. I assume the same.
I don't even know if Plutonium's in the chat here on a Friday. I think he likes to kind of take off. Is Plutonium here? Anybody got Plutonium? Plutonium is here. And somebody who, because I don't think Plutonium is here. I haven't seen him in the chat here this morning. But will somebody go back in the chat? Somebody who knows how many hotkeys does Plutonium have? Somebody go find a screenshot, because I know a lot of you guys, y'all all say that you've stored up all of his screenshots, right? Okay, so you say you have a side Discord where you've collected other people's stuff because you don't collect yours, as you've said. Again, problem, right? This is my point, is I'm here to make you better today. You'll be better on Monday by the time we're done with this conversation. Don't get mad about it. Okay, number one, if you have all of Plutonium's screenshots, then find his screenshot where he showed you his hotkeys. Ready, go. Post it in the chat.
Ooh. Don't know if I have that.
Exactly. See, so here's my problem. I'm making fun of you. This is called satire, okay? Satire. Satire is making fun of you in order to fix... Vinny, you're the best. Thank you, Jimmy. Listen, it's much easier for me to just come over here and be like, hey guys, everything's fine, okay? Oh, you're doing a great job. Y'all just keep following me because I'm super nice. I want you to win, okay? So I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, all right? Let's see. Video pictures as well as you kind of consider your picture needs creating content, AI, videos, pictures as well as your content. Does anybody have a screenshot of Plutonium's hotkeys?
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Let's see.
Fib.NQ on the 41. Alpha Omega down NQ on the 5.
Go to the next one. This is important because this is going to make a huge point. Here we go. Alpha coming through like a boss. Okay. Did you save this screenshot?
No, I haven't.
But you think you can trade like him by saving his stuff, yeah?
No, I'm using your hotkeys.
Right.
Corsair keyboard.
Okay. So, see, how do I get this to split? Split views, separate views. Okay.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Oh, I just jacked it up. Let's pull this off here. Okay. So how many hotkeys do you have?
I have 6.
You've got 6. And now how many does Plutonium have?
No, probably 15.
Let's see. I have to actually have to do some math here. Plus 2, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, 4 up. That's 20 plus 2. He has 22 hotkeys. How many do you have?
6.
6. So you have 6. He has 22, and you are trying to do him. This is ironic. Do you understand my point? Okay. Again, never again. After today, this is a last. Listen, I have a funny joke around here. It's one call to solve them all. Okay. I'm not going to have you doing this stupid crap. Okay. Now, what kind of controller does he use? Do you know?
No.
Oh, you don't know what controller he uses either. So you see all these buttons back here. I'm not talking about this part, but can you see the background of this?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a one pad. Anybody got a picture of his one pad thing? I don't even know what that thing's called. I forget what it's called. What's it called? I have to look way back. Okay. He has posted a picture of the thing that he has. Okay, what is it's called it's like a it's like a power glove, but for computers.
All right.
Anybody got a screenshot of that one? George might have it. Yeah, so here's the thing, like nobody's actually said it, but I mean I know like what he's had. I'm gonna keep scrolling back till I see what he's got here. And Plutonium, again, he posts a lot. He's awesome. And He participates in the chat. This is another thing. Like, you guys who think you're going to succeed, but you don't participate in our chat, like, you're probably not going to succeed. There it is. That's the one right there. Thank you, Pete. Do you know what that is?
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Some side keys.
Side keys. This thing has. This looks like a one-handed beast that, like, it's got more keys than your keyboard does. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. I mean, pretty darn close. Okay, that's number 19 right there, and there's some over here. I see that says 20 right there, and then there's a thumbstick and a button right there, and then a scroll wheel. Like, I mean, there's 26 letters in the alphabet in the human, English language. Okay, this is what he's using. So, are you going to use one of these?
No, I'll stick to G1, G6.
Okay, great. Well, then, how about, are we done with his stuff today? Are we done with his stuff? Okay, great. Yeah. So then, here's the thing. Your current workspaces that you're currently using, you said from yesterday that you're using Plutonium's workspace. Okay. This is what it takes to run Plutonium's workspace. Stop it. Okay, stop it. All right. Everybody good with that? Okay, everybody put Plutonium's workspace away if you're struggling. Got it? Number 1. Number 2. Let's get back to some of the basics. All you need is this right here. Have I made my point clear? Good deal. This is what you need. 5 chart workspace, 6 keys on your left, and a couple on the right. Right here. Okay? You might need the half button a lot. I use the half button quite a lot. I don't usually use double too often, but that half I use quite often. On occasion, you'll see me add stop, right? I will go in and I will click in and I'll add a stop, right? Did it a couple times here today, right? So that's all you need. Now, my current workspace, I'm doing this guy, like my current workspace, like, oh, I'll go grab your workspace from your live stream. I really wouldn't recommend that either. I say that all the time. I'm out here to demonstrate for the brand new folks coming in. I'm really focused in on one chart down here on the left, and I really wouldn't do this if I weren't out here live streaming for you guys. I would be set up in the same 5 chart layout. And let's talk about somebody that you might want to follow. Okay, how about Steady Eddie? Is even Eddie here? Eddie makes so much money now. You know, he stopped working for me, air quotes here, because he just makes too much money. Okay, like how much can anybody been following Eddie for a while? What does he average on per day in our room? You may tell me in the chat, like P&L wise, like how much money is he putting down on a daily basis on average?
Probably 10K.
Probably about 10K, right? 5 figures a day. Okay, 5 figures a day. What's wrong with 10K a day? Anybody got a problem with making $10,000 a day? Yeah, he averages about 10 to 15K. Yeah, Casey said that. Fish and Ticks, you guys been following around 20K sometimes. Yeah, he had his he had a personal best recently over 50. I think he had, what was his personal best? I think he put a new PBR recently, and I believe it was 58,000. Somebody double check me on that. I think he did 58K, maybe 56K in a day. Now, what workspace does Eddie use? Anybody know?
20 charts.
The 20 chart layout. That's right. The 20 chart layout. And that one comes out of the box with our stuff. So he continues to use what I still recommend for any trader. If you want to take it to the next level, and he's taking it to the next level. He's got them all there. He has one 4K in the center, and he's got the 20 chart layout right there. Boom, done. Right? They don't call him BBQ Sizzle for nothing. That's right. The Sizzler. So back to basics, right? He also records his stuff. Did you ever notice that you can, you have seen his trades, right? Yesterday he put in an amazing Giphy in the room. Let me go back and search for Giphy.
Who's there?
Let's see. Giphy is, where did that go? From yesterday. Here we go. Look at Don James, beautiful screenshots. I love these things. Look at these, well labeled, whatnot. Now, if you want to be a full auto specialist, go check out Don James. Don James is big into full auto. He's really likes to go into the analysis of things, really likes to play the lower time frame. Look at him trading all the way down here on the ones on crude oil. And it's not just, I mean, he trades the others as well, but spreading it out across, and he runs full auto. He's studied the full auto a lot, and he trades with the full auto. However, if you're not ready for full auto stuff, I mean, here's my thing. If you want to be as good as these guys, like, I think that a lot of people think, oh, well, when you get that good, you don't need to record yourself. The guys who are showing you guys the most stuff, do you notice that they're the most active? Like, they are doing exactly what, I'm not saying I ask them to do. I don't ask them to do it, but they know that I'm going, if you want to be good, you will need to record yourself doing what you're doing. And yes, I would love it if you also shared it with us. And they're so kind as to share it with you. He didn't have to. This is an amazing play he pulled yesterday, but he obviously was recording his. In order to make a GIF, you had to have been recording. So he's recording, but you're not. So here's my thing to everybody. If you want to be as successful as those who are successful, you have to do what the successful people are doing. I'm recording my trades, putting them out there also for you guys to see, but these live streams, I go back and play them back myself to see where I can improve. I have done this for 10 years. So I have a full archive of my trading, and you should too. I'm not saying go out there and live stream. I don't think that the pressure of a live stream is handy, because I always feel like I have to answer questions. I'm sure I could trade better if I wasn't out here on a live stream on a regular basis. I know that, because the brain work that it takes to also think through, talk through, and walk through, and press buttons all at the same time is, I don't want to say draining, but it does take up more energy than just holding your positions, executing on your positions, not having to think about having to tell a bunch of people about what you just did. You know what you just did. You executed it. You executed on it well. However, especially when you're starting out, and a lot of you guys think, oh, well, I'll do that when I get good at it. That is dumb. Please, if you want to get good, you are going to have to do the things that are necessary right now. It doesn't come later. It comes right now. You've got to do it right now to get to the point where you are knocking it out of the park. Let's scroll back and see some of Eddie's stuff here. Okay. You guys didn't know, like, congrats again to Eddie. He got married within the last year, whatnot. And that was part of our conversation. He's like, hey man, getting married, and I know how that is, man. That changes a lot of things, right? Additional pressures and whatnot. He's like, I really need to concentrate on my trading. Cool. Dude, the guy's knocking it out of the park. Look at it. 9,600 recently. Long side 7K, short side 1,800. What is, and I had the conversation. I checked. I said, hey, are you doing some fancy setup? And what did he say? He said, no, I'm doing my same thing. Now I asked him if he wanted to give an analysis. Here's his analysis. Okay, combination of things. Okay, what combination of confluences tells you a trade is worth something is in the ask question section. We also put this in the trading wisdom section. So if you go into trading wisdom, I save a lot of these things that I believe that are worthy of you guys setting up stuff. And I'm not saying that the stuff that Plutonium has said is not worthy of that. In fact, a lot of his stuff is in there. However, you need to go back to where he started, not where he is. And yes, he's gotten to a point where he's like, okay, hotkeys are good. Like, I'm going to use even more hotkeys, because he doesn't even like to go and click over on the half off and half add. And he uses the ATMs still, and he will move his ATMs using the hotkeys at the bottom to control these buttons down here that I don't use too often, because there's a whole list of reasons, but I would be clicking this a lot and then flipping back up here if I had his cool little hotkeys thing and I thought that I could teach you guys to use that. But that is, in my opinion, a little bit of overkill, and you've got to be, I mean, he's very good. Okay. He's a businessman. He's that type of person that can multitask well. Not everybody's cut out to be able to use, so even myself, like, I need to be sticking to something like this. There's my keyboard with the hotkeys on the left. There's my mouse on the right. The power glove thing, I just call his setup the power glove. Feels like it's a little too much for me personally. Okay. I don't think I would run the power glove very well. Right. But if you want to run the power glove, this is what it would take. If you want to, run with his workspace at the same time, if you're having success with his workspace, awesome. Cause his workspace has a central component to it. But I do think looking around everywhere else is a little bit trickier, in my opinion. A lot easier reading left to right, everything being the same place, and having all instruments left to right, I still think is advantageous for people who are getting started and, you know, wanting to get to a level where, okay, maybe you make a custom workspace for yourself because you have certain isms that you want to focus in on. Okay. So my main thing to people all the time, like if you're doing well, great. But if you're not, get back to basics. The basics are take the 5 chart layout. It's strictly adhere to my rules. Stop listening to everyone else except the sound of my voice. If it's not in one of my videos, then stop it. Okay. Again, I'm only asking for honest answers, and I'm not here to, you know, beat you up. I want you to succeed. If we need to beat you up a little bit, okay, like take the beating to get on track. It's like a loving coach who loves you enough to yell at you to tell you when to dunk the ball and when to pass the ball. All right. Question. Have you completed the full training of the premium member section? I can't hear you.
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay. So you finished all of those. Are there any videos that stuck out to you that really like this was a, you know, this is a game changer? Which one of those videos in there do you have a special direction for?
I think it's the 8-day bootcamp is a must review videos, like over and over and over again until it stuck into your mind. And then the next trainings, the lessons after the 8-day bootcamp.
Okay, so outside of the 8-day bootcamp, I'm kind of asking in the premium member section. Let me ask this: what about if I say the 10x rule? What is the 10x rule?
So playing 10 times more contracts than you usually play. Yeah,
for your replay, right? And the concept of that is to erase the stress point of the numbers so that you get used to playing big, so that when you play small, it's like it feels breathless. Like that's the idea, is to circumvent that danger. A lot of people freak out when it hits the number 700. People have this like 400, 500, 700 or more. People are like, oh, okay, hold on. Like that's normal. That is normal. People get stressed out. A $700 number changes them. So to fix that, we talk about it in the 10x rule. What about for market replay? What is the 11111 22222 33333 44444 55555? What does that mean to you?
To redo your trade again and again and again.
Yeah, so instead of doing trades 1 through 5, going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, when you're practicing, you should do number 1 5 times. You should do number 2 5 times. You should do number 3 5 times, 4, and so on. Because we need to stack repetitions. My point is stacking repetitions with your practice, because this is how you get good at a video game, particularly, right? So we want to execute on those in a series of executions, right? Vincenzo, you got an email for me? Let me check it out. Good to see you, by the way. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well, sir. How you doing, my friend? Great to see you. Let's see. Pop over here to email. Didn't have my email open here on a Friday quite yet. A little bit of a different Friday. We are doing kind of the one-on-one calls scenarios here, but you know, we want to get people out of their isms. All right. Email is, I got my Outlook is catching up on all my inboxes. One moment. Let's see. How about I check it on the phone? It might be faster here. Let's see. Let's see. The last email I got is 9:48. Did you just now send it, or did you send it overnight? Sorry, I haven't caught up on all my email stuff. I don't see an email, bro. Send it again. Yeah, I'll check it again. Okay, so let's go back to a couple things. So action items for today, and you know, I think we should follow up with you later on. Number one, you need to get OBS installed and running, but I think you said something yesterday. So what's the deal? Why have you not been recording your trades with OBS?
I think the issue I have is that I have updated the OBS. Therefore, in my mind is that I've lost the initial settings that I had. So I need to go back and do that this weekend.
Okay. So, you know, whatever problems are there, like, fix them, right? So, you know, you guys have to be able to hurdle excuses, okay? You've got to be a good problem solver. This is for everything in life, by the way, okay? If you're going to be good at anything, you're going to have to hurdle problems. You're going to have to be a problem solver. This is how we provide value in our lives, for our wives, for our children, for our work, for school. All of these things are solving problems and providing value. Don't just say, well, ran into a wall. Okay, get a sledgehammer and knock down the wall. Okay, solve the problem. You know, I talked with somebody yesterday, like, you know, I realized that for whatever reason, Google is hard. I don't know why people can't search for problems. You know, I had this LMGTFY scenario yesterday. I don't know why I have to Google things for people. Like, it's one Google away. Like, every problem. Like, why not just Google it and solve it? I don't know what is it about today's generation that everybody has gotten so dang lazy. What is it? Why can't people work anymore? We're all allergic to work or something. I don't understand it. Now, you can earn your way out of that. When you get there and you've made it, please, absolutely. But stop making people Google for you, okay? Answer your own question. If OBS isn't working, Google it, okay? I don't need to ask you 1,000 follow-up questions to get it solved. Go figure it out. Solve the problem, okay? Now, as far as your PC goes, I saw your setup yesterday. It looked awesome. I don't know what the PC itself was. Is it an i9? i7, i5, do you know?
I think it's
And ChatGPT. I know there's really no excuse these days. And by the way, voice to text. Like, who's not using voice to text these days? And if you're like, well, it never understands me properly, I got another hint for you. Enunciate. Smile while you're talking. Okay, here's your first test. Smile while you are talking. It forces you to enunciate. Now, exaggerate it at first, and then you'll be able to speak clearly to your voice to text so that you can get things done quicker. Okay, I gave a demonstration to one of my own guys yesterday. It's not hard. Speak to the, I mean, even if you're having a conversation with, as you know, Bagger just said, ChatGPT is your friend. Okay, ask the question, get an answer, get a response, and then do the work. Okay, these days, man, I don't know. We're getting fat and lazy, like a lot of us. Okay? Me too. I have to fight it, and I do. I try to. All right, no excuse. Get recording so we can help you out a little bit better. Okay.
Delta shift NQ on the 9.
Vinny, next Monday, where's the live room goes? So Monday, I still think we'll be out here. The member portal's not fully done. We were working on it again yesterday, getting through. Again, we want it to be really nice for everybody. Let me show you guys a quick preview of what is coming, but it's not there quite yet. We'll still be out here on Monday, but maybe 2 Mondays from now, we may not be here. And we will be on our website, so you'll need to log into the website and click on the top where it says live stream, and it'll tell you if it's live or not. It's really cool. I am loving the look of it. Let me show you guys some views, some previews of what that looks like. Vincenzo, I'm still looking for your email, bro. I don't see your email. Send it to me again. I usually get your emails. I don't have an email from you, buddy. Send me another one. Put a smiley face on it. Let's get you guys a sneak peek here. Screen. Pull up our Snagit editor. Go. Let's see. This is the trial member side. Let's see if I've got one for. Yeah, but it'll look something like this. So this is the trial member side, but the premium member side will have, you'll still have the access to go to the boot camp, but you'll also have the Trader Vault with all of the video content for premium members. And then see how it's very clear up here. Vinny's live. You'll be able to click watch live right there. Make sense? If you got it, type a 1 if you're having fun. 2 if you're new. 3 if you're still here to troll me, so we can go ahead and just send you on your way. It's our thing. All right. But yeah, so you'll be inside the trader dashboard area, and you'll have all the tools that you need. It's really cool because you'll be able to click on your Tidewave visualizer. You can pop those up, and they are movable. So instead of it being fixed on a page, you'll be able to click right over here and pull up your Tidewave visualizer, your trade tracker, and you can put them wherever you want on your screen, kind of move them around, all that kind of good stuff. MacV Ultimate will still be hosted inside of Discord for now, but that may be a separate tool inside of your dashboard here as well. So again, a lot of things that'll be coming and changing there as we get the member portal all set up for everybody. Okay, so here's the system stats. Okay, you got an i9-9900K. What are you talking about that's not good enough? Anyway, so again, I think you guys, y'all make excuses for no reason, right? You're like, well, I don't know if my computer can handle it. Well, when you say the very first word is, I don't know, why don't you get to know? Okay, your 9900, it works. Okay? My computer right over there to the right is a 9900K. Okay, and I know it works. I live stream with it, we OBS with it, we run all the charts with it. It works. I ran it on, I was pushing 8 monitors over there on my setup right over here. Okay, the 9900 is a great machine. Okay, so I think you said that excuse yesterday, right?
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so back to the question line. So no excuses for recording, right? We got that off the list. Oh, that thing is called a Tartarus Pro. Oh, these are some really cool pictures. So again, this looks cool, and sure, man, I'd love to do that. But here's the thing: this is, if you're going to be trading like plutonium, I mean, this is what it looks like. Okay, like I mean, it takes you a while. You're gonna have to get that muscle memory. Okay, you're gonna have to get the muscle memory for where those are. And I don't know if he's got stickers on those buttons, but I don't know how you're gonna know what is what. And that's why he had that little digital version of like, okay, here's what I mean. Do you have to keep this somewhere too? You got to print out of this next to your desk, right? To map the, you know, Q, or those Qs or zeros. Like, yeah, it's their numbers, you know, 1 through 20. So again, don't. Okay, it looks cool though. Looks very cool. But I also know like form and function. This is beautiful form, terrible function, in my opinion. Okay, just my opinion. Okay. I know though that everyone can rest their hand on their keyboard on the left. 6 keys, just resting right here on the left. Right hand on the mouse. Halves, buy, sell, simple. Keep it simple, right? But execute well. Get a lot of reps in. So as far as your strategies go, though, how often do you adhere to, like, are you a big time, like, you know you, and I will know if I see it. That's why I need to see your video, okay? This me pretending like I'm trying to be able to figure out what you're doing is kind of a lot of waste of both of our times. Okay, we need to see you trade and execute, because I'll know. Like, at the same time, listen, I trust but verify. Okay, I don't trust anybody, right? Even people on my own team. I had this conversation with our guys yesterday. Like, show it to me. Okay, if I ain't seeing it, it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't happen, and it's for you. I want you to be good. But may I ask you, would you say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strictly do you adhere to the tide wave, nerd arrow, filtering strategy before you enter?
Probably 5.
A 5. Ouch.
Yeah.
That is a fail.
The thing is, we saw earlier, probably around 10 a.m. or so, was a red Enigma that was pierced on the 9th, I think it was. Those sort of trades, those are the ones that take me off. Like, there was like a ReadyDD with a fib dot with an Enigma. Most charts looking to go short, and I'm entering and.
Okay, so you will, again, so you're very tempted by the strategy on the chart that you see, right? You see it on the chart and you're like, I need to take that. But you look over to the left and the nerd's telling you green, the arrow's telling you green, the tide and the wave are green, but you see an Enigma short plus a ReadyDD and you're like, you want to take that and you go ahead and take it, yes?
Yeah. Well,
okay, and that's okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, that's actually okay. Go ahead, take it. But if it doesn't immediately start moving your way, you close the position. You close it quick. Like, nope. Okay, it's not there. You need to date it. Don't marry it. Okay? So you get in, give it a test, give it a try. Nope. And you close it quick. Right? Stop behind it, close it out, take the loss. Because again, you can take a couple losses. No problem. You can take the losses. Or closing out quickly if it just doesn't go. And by the way, if you are really strictly adhering to what I've already said earlier, where you're like, I know I'm not supposed to take this because right now it is green and green, like, go watch me trading today. How did I do it? You know what I'm saying? Start paying attention to me instead of Chris AR and Plutonium and everybody else but me. It's insulting, honestly. It's insulting. None of them have taken the time to show you, demonstrate for you over and over again, thousands of times. And you're like, I don't need all that. I'm going to go do this. I think that's stupid, okay? And you're looking stupid because you can't even get a payout because you are spreading your crap all across all this stuff that you have no business doing because you didn't get the core. And what they aren't telling you is that they started out in the core first. Whatever they're currently doing, whether it's Plutonium or anybody else in our crew, Eddie included. By the way, though, Eddie is still just doing exactly what we've always said because he knows it's superior. I've told you. I still think, here's the thing. You guys have probably seen, like, I'll come on here on a live stream. I did 10K today, and you go over there and see Papa Dazer and Plutonium did 20, 30K in a day. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go trade those guys because they make more money than Vinny. They sat there and they traded all day long. I sat here for 30 minutes, maybe sometimes 10 minutes. I'm already done in the day. So if you do a ratio of cost per minute and money per minute, I have a feeling that my hourly rate might be higher than theirs. You might want to take that into account. And I'm also doing it while talking to you, while getting a live stream going, all these other things. So I'm saying there's probably a superiority to whatever it is that I'm doing. I just speculating, but you might want to speculate yourself and choose. At the end of the day, you get to choose you. But if you are struggling, I'm telling you, then get back to the basics. Stop doing you, start doing me. Ignore everybody else. Get to the core because I am here for you. They're not. You understand?
That's correct.
All right. So you got to trust somebody in life. Unfortunately, we all got to trust somebody. Okay. And I trust no one. Nobody. No one. Except the good Lord above. Okay. And I'm not saying you do too. Here, you need to trust me. You need to come here. Trust me, bro. You need to get in there, record your trades, number one. Stick to the 5 chart layout, number 2. You shouldn't be trading in queue because I think that's the next thing I was going to ask. Are you trading in queue?
I am.
Okay. Anybody? Somebody in the chat. What should he be trading in queue?
RTY.
Give RTY a try, right? I have told you, if you're new, do not trade in queue. Write that rhyme and reason down. This is for everybody. If you're new, do not trade in queue. Give RTY a try. If you respell RTY, it spells try. If you're in the stage where you need to try, you need to make a dime, you need to grab a couple of bags, get on RTY. Stop effing around with NQ. You don't know what to do, and especially if you're not going to do me. If you are not going to execute the way I have told you, you have no business trading in queue. 0. Now, if you're like, well, Vinny, I've never seen you trade RTY. Oh, you want to see me trade RTY? Okay. Watch this. Let's go to the AlgoBox official channel. I went over there and traded on it for quite a long time. Let's go over here and click on live. And let's scroll back. You guys tempted me to come back to NQ. So this one was NQ, but let's go back where we were trading RTY. This one's NQES. Let's see if we've got one that's not NQES here. It says NQ, but I think we might have just done that for titling. Yeah. Here we are. I'm trading YM. Okay. I traded other things. Oops, let's go to full screen. full screen. Let's set it to, I think we did in 4K. I was also streaming it in 4K. Unfortunately, it gave delays because of 4K. You can't live stream 4K with super high quality. So here we go. We go 4K, and then let's zoom all the way back here, and let's take a look. Eeny, meeny, miny. Nope, not that one. There we go. Okay, so let's press pause. I'm playing a video here in full screen. Okay, here's YM. I'm trading YM. Now, this isn't RTY, okay, but I traded other instruments. The point was to go, okay, I'm going to show you guys. I did 3,400 on the Dow. You do not have to trade in Q. Why are y'all obsessed with trading in Q? I'll tell you why. Because you're like, but trades by Matt. But trades by Matt. I'm seeing him trade in Q. I got to trade in Q too. Yeah, how many accounts is trades by Matt blown? How about the other Matt, and the other Matt, and the other Matt, and the Matt, and the Matt, and the Matt? What's up with the Matt? Does somebody want to start a new YouTube channel called Trades Without Matt? Probably be smart. Okay, just stop it. Stop trading in Q. If you're new, don't trade in Q. Give RTY a try, and you might want to try the other one, YM. Okay, something that's slightly slower than the NQ. Now, there was a whole voting around all this stuff, and they're like, hey, Vinny, can we go back to trading in Q? Okay, and this, by the way, these are 4-hour live streams. We sat there for hours at a time. We did the whole kit and caboodle. Let's see. Scroll all the way down here. This is 2 hours in. Let's see where this is at. Wait for it. Looks like I'm down at that point of the day. Let's see. Did we finish out in positive that day, or is it a red day? Let's see. $10,000 day. I had to get in a big one there somewhere. Looks like we're talking about a trap. Anyhow, a lot of videos out there trading other instruments. You can go through some of those videos. I'm gonna hit like on it. Why not? Let's go back over through here. So randomly select another one where we're trading something else besides NQ. How about this one? Down RTY. Let's see. Yep, this one looks like I'm gonna go ahead and hit a like there, and sure, why not?
Alrighty then, mic check.
So like trading the Dow in the afternoon. This is an afternoon, so I guess morning session I was up 4,700 on this one, trading the Dow. Let's go to a morning. This actually back then I think I was trading the afternoons, wasn't I?
Make sure and smash that like.
Is there a morning one? Let's see, Mentorship Monday. How about this Mentorship Monday one? Let's try this one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, here's a Mentorship Monday one. Here we go. How about I send you guys this link? I'm gonna copy this link. Here's us trading some other things. It moves, okay? NQ is a wild child, okay? But you know, if you wanna, there's the old workspace. Come into the 8-chart layout. This is on a 9900K, okay? This whole thing, people are like, well, my 9900K, I don't think it can handle it. Stop thinking. You're not qualified to think. No offense, but you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea. Like, you're over there, you know, playing the social media game. Well, the social media guy on Twitter said, I don't care what he said. I care about you. This whole thing, +2, 6 + 2 was riding on a 9900K. And you're over there like, I don't know, man. I don't know if my 9900K, it's an i9. I don't know if it can do it. I told you it can. I don't know. Okay, stop with the you, okay? I did this to one of my own crew yesterday. Like, you claim you're an expert in what you're doing, you don't know jack squat. All right, anyway, my point is, listen to me, all right? And I know well, Vinny, you just think you're, no, I don't. I really don't. Y'all have a great weekend. Happy Friday. See ya.